mate to run off to mom now.
These matches are going to be even more ridiculous.
If you know anything about Street Fighter, you do not doubt the GOAT.
My man is always hitting go. You thought I was playing? Oh, you're hella dead.
The main event.
Help me out, Nadeshko.
And look how much it means to him! Wow!
Dan Hibiki, back after the ultimate improvement.
I'll show you.
Line it up.
Power to the earth!
See what I'm really made. The honor was mine. I'll settle this.
Let's begin.
It's not over! It's not over! Are you serious? My man is reading right now! My man is reading! Hold on! Skip to my rules at the end of you know!
Hello everyone and good evening from the UK once again. Welcome back to Capcom Fighters for another episode of Sets here on a Monday night where we got to pit 2 of some of the finest players around the world in an exhibition, the first to 10 style. You know how we do it, and of course featuring that pre-match chat, that discussion about Street Fighter, and then obviously the post-match salt and further discussions regarding Street Fighter as well. I'm going to be your host once again, and joining me, he looks prepped, he looks ready to go. I was with him earlier today having some fun talking some Street Fighter and whatnot, but he's here to make some waves. Veggey, talk to me. How you feeling, baby?
You saw the waves? I'm very thankful for that, Jammerz. And you know, first you said, we're coming to you from the UK, and I was like, he finally accepted me for who I am, and I was really happy for that, because as you know, I am your favorite Brit on this show. And then you said something else that I kind of forgot right now, but it was like, and then we're doing more importantly. And then I thought you were going to mention me, more importantly, your co-host Veggey, and then you said, we're having a set. And I got a bit disappointed because I was getting my hopes up. Doesn't matter. We're here to play. No, not to play. We're here to commentate. Not to play yet. We're here to commentate and talk about some the best game, Street Fighter 5. It is what it is, Jammerz. We have a week coming. It's all just coming down to this epic summer of Street Fighter joy.
I love it. You definitely sounded like the good old SF4 announcer there. It's for Street Fighter action coming to you this epic summer. Make sure you buy it. But you know, speaking of epic action, Richard, roll the graphic for tonight's fight card, please and thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about this weeks on end, but it's finally here. Shouts to Angry Bird. He set it up immediately after their CPT ended, and it's going to be a first to 10 between the birds. Angry versus big, small versus kind. I don't know what you want to call them, but the birds are here joining us. We're going to have them in a call later discussing things all Street Fighter, but this is tonight's fight card there. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to miss this one, but stick around as well. And also, if my stream team does have next week's fight card, I just quickly want to show that as well. Obviously, big thank you as well to Genocide and Aridun for coming on last week, giving us some representation for the North Africa scene there. We are in discussions with a couple of people to lining some more stuff or some sets from that region later on down the line this year, so do keep an eye out for that there. But do not forget, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but we've got an interesting fight card coming next week, but we're going to show that a little bit later for you guys. But what I do want to talk about is there hasn't been any CPT this past weekend, but for good reason. The CPT is on a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a break, but I do want to roll a little graphic there for the people to just remind you that the CPT will be back on July 10th. We should be heading over to the China region, so if we got any people watching from that region this show, you haven't signed up, make sure you register now. Registration should still be open up until about a week, maybe a week and a half until the actual event happens, but we'll be back, or the CPT will be back from July 10th onwards. But if we can roll over to the website now and see the schedule so the people can be reminded. There you go. July 10th, it's going to be China. I think that is their one and only chance. I do need to double check, but you can go on the website capcomprotour.com and check out the schedule there and see all things Street Fighter. Who's qualified, what the schedule's coming up is, when your respective region is. But this is going to be a pretty interesting month because we're going to have China 1, North America, Canada East, and then we're going to go to one of my favorites, France, Spain, and Portugal. Some of the most interesting and electrifying players reside in that region. So I cannot wait for one to see how this goes and find out what that happens at the end of the month there. But speaking of qualified players, Richard, he's in sync with me. Roll the qualified players. There you go. If you didn't know, get to know. If you weren't reminded, I'm going to remind you now and reiterate. These are the players that are qualified for the Cup. We got Margot, Gamma, Nephew, NL, Nero the Boxer, Ronaldinho, Soccer. He's there in the Cup using that Nash. We got Angry Bird, one of our guests for tonight. We got Takamura being the first person from Europe to be qualified. And of course, the latest qualification, they still haven't changed the graphic of his character because he does not play Guile. It's going to be Hollywood Rob TV.
Hollywood.
So far, these are the players qualified, and the next one will be someone residing in the Chinese region. But then Rob TV being the latest qualified player, Rob TV did make an announcement the other day.
Rob TV's hot these days.
He said
Jammerz.
he did say he's going to step down from playing in the closed qualifier stage, the next stage of the Interworld Open, because he had a big opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is his big opportunity. He's actually in Europe right now. He's in Poland. And he's going to be an analyst for the next stage of the Intel World Open. And he's going to be an analyst alongside Javits. Shouts to Javits putting in that work. And Saint Cola, again, one of the hot topics and one of the most active commentators in the Street Fighter community right now. These guys are going to be your analysts for the closed qualifying stages of the Intel World Open. And it's great. You can see their Twitter accounts there. If you haven't followed them, give them a follow. But then again, these handsome gentlemen will be putting in work and breaking things down for you as this action happens. But before analysts come around, we got to show you who opens the show, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to open these shows? These
the legends.
fine gentlemen.
The legends.
Well. They've been around for quite some time.
Forever.
Hey, listen, they're going to be here to host another big event for you guys as well. Logan Sama, Z, and F-Word are going to be your hosts for the upcoming Intel World Open. They were doing a couple of rehearsals and interesting stuff today. Pretty sure if you've been following some of their Twitter accounts, you might have seen some stuff going on. But these are going to be the designated hosts for the next stage onwards and probably for the regional finals as well. So make sure you guys give them a follow and make sure you stick around and keep an eye on things because, again, they got nothing but jam-packed proper talent for this Street Fighter 5 Intel World Open. Speaking of which, you can't have hosts and analysts without the man in the middle. Right? And there you have it. I'm not calling us middlemen, but listen,
no,
these are some of the
biggest
and most integral part of the FGC. This is how you know how things go. We cast spells. I do play a lot of RPGs. I love my role-playing games, and I learned all the spells in Final Fantasies, all the Tales games, and all that stuff. But unfortunately, I'm trying to concoct a new Street Fighter spell. So the casters that will be joining me alongside Vicious and all the others right there, these are going to be the guys that are going to be the lineup, right? And they put out a graphic before, but they edited it. They put this out earlier today. So we got myself, Vicious, Tyrant, Ringe, Veggey. We got Olive Vaha. I think that's how you pronounce that. I need to learn that in about 24 hours. We got Reinhardt, we got Yipes, and we got Liston. These guys are active in their respective communities, doing the Lord's work and providing the action for you guys all around the clock, all around the world. So these are the guys that are going to be commentating the matches live on ESL's Twitch channel for the closed qualifiers and probably even the deeper stage, the regional finals to come as well. I mean, Veggey, this is a pretty big opportunity for you. So how you feeling about this?
I mean, we had a rehearsal today, as you said, but I was very nervous prior to the rehearsal because I mean, I do this show and I learn a lot from you, and I learn a lot from being on the show, and I do think this is an extremely interesting thing to do as well as playing. It's very fun, it's giving, and it's challenging, way more challenging than you would have thought from the outside. Since when you get into it, you realize that you can't really commentate on what other people are doing as like in the caster region, because that is a different craft that needs to be mastered. So having the opportunity to commentate some of the finals, the close qualifiers, is really, I'm very humble and thankful for it, and I'm going to do my best to bring energy and good words, Good words, Jammerz.
love
Will
that.
you bring good
He
words
said
with
good
me?
words. Listen, you know I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing my preparations in the background slowly but surely. But obviously we're coming down to the actual moments of the closed qualifiers there. So hopefully all the casters, hosts, and analysts are already on board, because again, this is a big representation of our community, and to show people worldwide what we're all about. The passion, the desire, and the knowledge is there as well. A lot of things stem from knowledge. You know, you have to know who to get hype over. You have to know why you get hype over things. So I think a lot of things start from knowledge there. But like I said, it's a big opportunity for Veggey. I see Olvaha in the chat. Shouts to him as well. He's going to be on there doing some commentary as well.
And he's a really nice dude. I haven't spoken to him before today, and I think he's just awesome, and I'm looking forward to our endeavor. So that's shout outs to him. Yeah, I need to learn how to pronounce it too. Maybe you can teach me after you've learned, so I don't need to dig into it myself. And you know, I'd like to just mention one thing, Jammerz, that I find interesting, because you know, when you watch a lot of other esports, the commentators, they are or casters, whatever, they are casters, but here they are. So many of them are players, and I'm not just saying they're players. I mean, they're qualifying for things. They have been qualified for things. It's like it's a different environment than a lot of other esports, because we have the players also casting. I mean, you yourself also very strong player. You might not enter as many tournaments because you're focusing on casting, but even those casters that aren't really, or commentators, I don't know what to call them anymore. Even those that aren't focusing on the commentary part, they grind, and like yourself, grind and have that level. So I think that's an interesting thing that most people already have spoken about, but I thought I'd mention it again when I saw that lineup with Ryan Hart, for instance, who has done everything since the beginning of time, of fighting games. Yeah.
Hey, listen, you know what? Let me pitch the question open to the chat. I mean, anyone who wants to respond, you can tweet at me at Jammerz or at Veggey under SF. So I keep saying underscore SF. It's just at Veggey SF. I keep forgetting. Or you can leave it in the Twitch chat. How do you guys feel about, you know, the overall level and just knowledge regarding commentary in the FGC? Because as Veggey said, to elaborate, it's a case of we were players, we are still actively playing, or they've won tournaments, and then they can still put that dedication or apply that dedication and hard work, that diligence to the commentary, and it kind of shows through our gameplay, or shall I say through our commentary, and the energy is there. So I don't know how you guys feel about that stuff in general. Do you think we're better than other communities? Is it equal levels? Listen,
let's go head to head with them.
Listen, I could be devil's advocate, I could be the nice guy, I could be whoever you want, but it's a definitely interesting topic. But before we bring these guys into the call, because we do have our lovely birds in the small and the kind bird,
double birds, yeah.
How are you feeling about tonight, Veggey? Do you think we're going to see Seth versus Rashid, or are we going to see Ken versus Seth, or is Angry Bird going to bring out the Zeki? What do you think?
I want to see at least I want to see guns out, blazing hard, going in and trying to achieve victory on both sides. So I want to see whatever character or strategy they find will give them the victory, to show them. For Big Bird, it is to show I might not have qualified this time or the other time, but it could have been me. And for Angry Bird, it's to say that's why I'm qualified. So I'd like to see them both go into this as if this is the pride of I don't know, their pride, the moment of their life. I'm excited. I want to see some exciting Street Fighter, really exciting. And to see that, we need guns out. No, guns in? What's that expression, Jammerz? Can you tell
guns
me
blazing?
Something blazing? Guns
blazing.
That's the one. Sorry. It is what it is, Jammerz. I got you here, so it's okay. You saved me. I said something like guns in, blazing out, or yeah.
Hey,
sorry.
Listen. You articulate things in your own way. You learn over time how other people articulate things. But no, the point still stands. He says, "Look, go in, guns blazing." That's how it goes. Honestly, I want to see Ken versus Seth again. That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
that's a matchup. I think a lot of people were talking about that as the roles have been reversed now. Ken's mid-season buffs, as well as season 5 when it first came around, Seth's nerfs that came down. So I want to see how in the long run how these two feel about the matchup and how they play in an extended set. Because despite the CPT, the finals they played in being an extended set as well, I think there was a little bit more both could have offered us on the table as players. And these guys literally know each other like the back of their hands. Which is going to be...
want to see it all.
Yeah, it's going to be
we want to see it all, Jammerz.
Interesting to see there. But, I mean, look, hopefully we get to see everything, and then we're going to have a chat with them regarding how they're doing, all things Street Fighter, stuff like that. Let me find out are we ready to have these guys brought into the call? Richard, are we all good? All right, cool. Let's bring in our small and our kind bird into the chat. So I did have them mute their mics before, so they should be here. So if they unmute their mics, let me find out if they can hear me. Big Bird, Angry Bird, can you guys hear me?
Yo,
who's the small one? Who's kind?
No, wait. Before that, صباح المساء حبيبي.
مساء النور.
Yes.
You messed it up.
No, it's مساء الخير, Veggey.
Oh, you messed it up. And you, do you know what?
Too nervous.
Do you know
nervous.
what?
This.
Do you know what? They prepared
playing
this
Street
20
Fighter,
minutes in
yeah.
advance and he still forgot. Well done.
No.
Well done. Now, Big Bird,
Darn it.
Angry Bird.
If it wasn't, yeah.
Oh, go on.
sorry.
No, you want to say something?
No, I'd say if it was in the morning, I know that one every time. صباح الخير.
Do you know what? You know
Yeah.
after this.
So let's do the show in the morning instead.
Do you know if I hold you
Because
to
then I'll
that?
be right.
Look, I mean,
Then I'll always be right, or at least I won't forget. Right?
you know, it's
Oh, what
recorded,
time is
right?
it in Norway? You could have said صباح الخير.
No, it's 9:30 p.m. as they would say in the
Oh.
US, and in people in countries where they have a 24-hour long clock, which is kind of like smart to have. It's 21:30. What time is it over there, Angry Bird?
It's 11:30.
11
PM or AM?
That's PM.
PM.
You
Oh,
thought
I
it was
love
AM?
your. It's too good. I love this. Yeah.
man.
Okay, so 11:30.
All right, listen, we can talk about time zones, do whatever, but Big Bird, Angry Bird, thank you very much for joining us here on the show again. Obviously, Big Bird, you've been here before. Angry Bird, this is your first time. But yeah, basically, we're going to talk to you for a couple of minutes regarding Street Fighter, and we're going to let you guys play the set. But the first thing in terms of asking questions, have a little chat, is I've got to hear Angry Bird's opinion regarding Seth overall now, and why you don't really use V-Trigger 2. I'm not sure if you use it as often now, but let me hear Angry Bird's opinion on Seth.
Oh, like first of all, I actually don't use V-Trigger 2 at all.
Okay, that I was right.
I think it's a very good V-Trigger.
Okay.
Like my personal opinion, it's a very good V-Trigger, but I still think V-Trigger 1 is a superior V-Trigger because of a lot of stuff. Like, let's say you jumped on me, I anti-aired while I have V-Trigger 1. That's 400 gun just for anti-airing. Like DB into the drill. That's actually broken. Also, that 20, and
I love you.
And the 20 more damage on the CA while V-Trigger 1 is activated. You guys don't know, but this makes a very big difference. Like, especially in crouch heavy kick confirmed for the kill into CA. You need that 20 more damage. You need that certain scenario. Also, like, let's say you activating V-Trigger on me and I still haven't activated my V-Trigger. And you are pressuring me in the corner. I can just do forward medium punch, heavy kick target combo activate, crouch medium punch, light hands, and that's a side switch. V-Trigger 2 can't do that for you. You bought him, that's an immediate corner side switch. Like, this is broken. Like, I don't see no one talking about that, but this is actually broken. I put you in the corner and I'm +2 after that. It's like, yeah, it's true that the range doesn't support it. Like, you're not in throw range, but you're still in the corner. Like, you can die, but just because of that.
No, fair play. I respect that. So, my next question regarding Seth, because like you are like for me one of my favorite Seth players and one of my favorite players to watch, especially with the pace you play Street Fighter 5 at. What has been the biggest impact on Seth's changes to you, like from season 5 till now? Okay,
like there is 2 nerves that affected me a lot.
Talk to me.
Like, okay. One of these nerves like affected me very, very bad is the throw range.
Okay.
Like their nerve has throw range. Before I used to walk up throw because the opponent is like very scared of the crouch media kick light spin kick into the conversion of V-Trigger 1. So he'd be just blocking crouching. I just walk forward and throw them. But now I can't do that like consistently because I can walk forward. They can like slightly walk back and I might throw whiff and like I die, punish. Like they can punish me for that. That's one. The other one is the health and stun nerve. These are the biggest nerves, like especially in the Ken matchup. Like I can't do mistakes against Ken. Like one mistake, I'm in the like, seriously. Like he can stun me in 2 combos and then he can kill me if he has CA.
Yeah.
So the
that's true.
stun
Big
and
damage.
the stun and health nerfs are like very, very big for Seth.
Do you think, before we get Veggey to ask you questions or talk about something with Big Bird, do you think the health and the stun nerf were warranted? Do you think he actually needed that?
Oh, he actually needed the health and stun. Like 925 is good for Seth. I agree, he needed the health and stun, but he didn't need the axe kick. That's why I didn't mention the axe kick. No.
Okay.
Axe kick. No, I didn't mention that. Like without axe kick, he needs this without axe kick.
Fair play.
Like axe kick, brush. Like now, I rarely use axe kick now. I only play without. Like I'll try to force myself to play without axe kick, and I see Cell is still very good. And if he has his health and stun back, I think he's back in the top 5. That's my opinion.
Okay, interesting. I always love asking Angry Bird Seth questions because I always get a different answer out of him. But I mean, Veggey, please fire away.
And he's so passionate when he answers, and he's not the kind to downplay, which I really like. He's like, this character is so good. And that's a good thing, because when you pick a character, why would you say it's not a good character? Then pick another. I mean, when you pick them, you need to like stay with it.
That's for sure.
So I like that a lot about Angry Bird. Is one of the many things, Habibi, that I respect about my akhoy, my brother, Angry Bird. But my question is a bit more personal, because I don't know if you remember 2018 Evo. We had a conversation together, and you said you were disappointed, not because you lost, but because you felt like you were running out of time to prove that you were good enough to do this full time, and that you were struggling with playing your best game. So, but then at the end of the year, you suddenly won, like you qualified to regionals and won regionals. You just changed up. So I would like to know, what did you do that changed your mentality so that you felt like you could play your game?
Actually, that's a very long story, to be honest, because like 2018, I didn't have tournament experience. Like everyone used to talk about me that this guy in casuals is super sick, like his Akuma, his Zeko are very good, but in tournament I suddenly go in, I just do nothing, just like I just lose. You see, like that tournament I won, which is UFA 2018.
Yeah.
You know what, Veggey? I wasn't willing to go to that tournament because I was so disappointed in myself.
Wow.
I wasn't willing to go to that. Like I was like, Big Bird was talking to me, like he was saying, "Come with me." I was like, no, like I just like my energy is done of traveling.
Look, man, Big Bird's the real homie.
He said no. He said no. You have to come with me. I came with him, and suddenly I found myself in grand finals. Like somehow, you see, and that tournament changed my life. To be honest, just that UFA 2018, it changed my life because from that tournament, I knew I can win. Like a lot of people have like some barrier on between themselves, like I can't win, I can't do that, I had this barrier within me. Oh, I can only win in casuals and tournament. I suck in tournament. That's basically it. But when I won that tournament, I said to myself, okay, I'm good, I can win. And then like every tournament, my gameplay starting to improving on how I play in my casual style, because before I used to play like in casual sets different than tournament sets. But as time goes on, now I'm playing the same in casuals and in tournament.
I mean, those words are something that I need to hear, and a lot of players who I know also are strong like that. But in tournament, there's something happens where you just can't play your A game. So it's really interesting to hear that you managed to kind of change that up.
You just need one push, to be honest. Just one push, and you can get it.
Yeah.
But in that UFA tournament, since you were kind of like felt like you had given up, did you play better because you didn't care? Or did you
that's the most important point. Every match I had in that tournament, I was waiting for myself to lose.
Wow.
Really, I was waiting for myself to lose. Okay, when will I lose? Okay, I won this round. Next, I will lose. Until I found myself in grand final, I said, no, I'm winning this tournament.
Yes.
Hey, no.
And then you did that. I mean, we met in Pulse in that tournament. Angry Bird.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You
played mad.
Akuma Birdie days. So.
Oh yeah.
But you seemed really crisp in that tournament, and it turned out, since you did win, you must have been quite the crispiness.
Hey, people forget this Brad played Akuma, you know. People forget that.
This man plays cheap characters only. I said it. I'm sorry. Do you agree with me, Big Bird?
Do you know which character he never showed people? Ibuki. He never showed his Ibuki.
I saw his
Don't worry, that Angry Bird,
but
I
he dropped
remember.
it
You
in
used to
one game.
practice Ibuki and you used to show
Yeah,
people
yeah.
his dirtiest setups, and he never plays Ibuki in tournament. I remember
No,
that.
but Jammerz, in Evo 2019, Angry Bird picked Ibuki instead of Zeku against Birdie. One game, lost, went back to Zeku, destroyed the Birdie. I remember. Yes, I remember. You gave a 1-1 game with your Ibuki, and then you were like, okay, I got this. Zeku,
You know
let's
what?
go.
You know why he did that? Because we used to play a lot of Birdie Zeku
Yeah.
together.
Okay.
So he was doing better with Ibuki, and I guess he just wanted to try that. But then I told him that
Don't do that.
not every Birdie is gonna play like me versus Zeku. So
I think that's a
there's
big
gonna be-
deal about this game. But you know what? Let me ask this question, because you two are probably the best example for this regarding your characters. Let me ask this to Big Bird. How does it feel to... You're training with someone for so long, like Angry Bird, for example, but how do you able to differentiate his Seth from another Seth so you don't fall into the same traps that Angry Bird would do against you as a player, if you know what I mean?
Actually, I haven't really played versus a lot of sets since sets released. Like the only time I played versus set was Street Fighter League, and that wasn't like a lot of games. But every other set that I've played doesn't play as fast as Angry Bird does.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have more room to breathe, and I feel like there's like more opportunities for me to make mistakes. Because they don't intend to know my habits and stuff. So that's kind of helps a lot when I play versus other set players.
Okay.
So you can like let go a bit when you play other sets.
Because I know there's this thing in this game where I personally said this to a couple of the UK guys a couple of years back, where if you practice against someone for too long, you're going to go into every match with someone who uses that same character. You're just going to expect them to play like your training partner does. So I don't know if that hinders your performance or... Yeah, I don't know if that hinders your performance or anything. So I just wanted to hear... Go on.
The thing you should be doing is you should play them as if like... How do I explain this? Like the first day you play, like for example, the first day I played versus Angry Bird Zeku, for example.
Yeah.
And his game plan didn't develop really well versus me, compared to like for example day 500.
Yeah.
So that's basically how I should approach versus other Zekus. Like for example, when I played Infectious, I was doing a lot of EX roll wins. I was doing a lot of stand heavy punches in neutral and stuff like that. And versus Angry Bird, I don't really get to do that a lot because he tends to know my habits and stuff like that. And his pressure with Zeku is very different compared to other Zeku players that I've played versus. Okay. So it always feels like it's easier, if you don't treat them as the same way. That's very wrong, to be honest.
Okay. Well, look, we got to hear it from guys like you because you guys are some of the best in the world. So I'll go for it. Yeah, please.
So basically, like. So basically, how you consider this is like Angry Bird is like the max level, max difficulty, and then when you play other players, even doesn't matter how good they are, they could be better than Angry Bird, but their difficulty will reduce just because they don't know you well.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much how I see it.
I see.
So you feel like you need to early test out things that you would normally not get away with. But since they don't know you, you have to see if you can get away with it early. Did I understand a bit correctly?
Yes, something like that. Yeah. So basically, I played versus a lot of Zekus. I played Gunsling. I played Infectious. I played the Japanese Zekus. I played all kinds of Zekus, and I like, with all due respect to them, they're all very good and all that. But I don't really lose to any of them with Rashid. The way I play with Angry Bird, for example. So it feels like they're easy to deal with compared to Angry Bird because they don't know me, and I tend to have the advantage because I'm more experienced in that matchup.
Yeah, right. Listen, that's always a plus, especially with the training partner of Angry Bird's quality. So shout outs to you guys. I'm definitely jealous of you two because of how often you guys can practice and at the level you can do it. So keep doing your thing. But I gotta ask Big Bird another question, obviously because you've revisited Ken as of recent because of his lovely mid-season buffs. The question I want to pose to you is, has any of his matchups dramatically changed since before those buffs came through, or is it roughly the same?
No, I think a lot of them changed. For example, I think Ryu feels a lot easier now. I think Gil feels a lot easier now. I think Seth feels a lot easier as well compared to before. Because before he could get away with like spin kick. Like the spin kick pressure is very annoying. Like if you eliminate that out of Seth, the neutral becomes a lot easier because they can't just do that. And the good thing about Ken is when he punishes that, he gets Oki. So it's not just a normal punish and then you go back to neutral. So he gets Oki after that. So that's really good. I feel like a lot of other matches got better because, especially the Fireball characters one, because V-Trigger 2 got buffed, deals a lot of damage. His DP got buffed as well, so it goes through Fireballs somewhat reliably now. Depends on the character you're going up against, but I feel like a lot of the matchups improved, to be honest.
Okay. I mean, where would you place, if you could, where would you place Ken now in the game? Top 10? Top 15? I know top 5 is a bit of a stretch,
kind of hard.
but...
It's kind of hard to rank the characters by like 10 or 15, but I'd rather do them by letters.
Please,
because
I'll go
there's
for
no
that
offline.
Go for that.
Yeah, there's no offline, so it's really hard to say. But if I had to have S, A+, and then A, I'll pretty much put Ken in like, I would say A+, towards, it's like middle of A+.
Okay.
Or like towards the end of A+.
Okay.
But it definitely belongs in that tier now.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I mean, some of the stuff I've seen Ken players do now, especially the ones of your level and around that, definitely now this game works, is definitely interesting. I can see that being him being a contender for that tier. I mean, Veggey, how do you feel about it? Do you agree with Big Bird or?
Yeah, I mean, we saw Chris T here a few weeks back, and there was a lot of stuff he was doing there, and it felt really powerful. So since watching that set, watching the new punish or the new VP and like how these guys play when they upload Twitter clips, I feel like Ken is finally does not need to overextend to win like he used to have to overextend.
The tricky thing about Ken is though, I can continue Veggey, then I'll go after.
I mean,
no, just continue.
Oh, okay, please, Big Bird, please make your point.
Okay, the tricky thing about Ken is like in order to play him like at his most optimal level, to unlock like basically for him to be an A+, it's basically like to confirm every kind of hit that you can get. Because one Kachimini kick, that means if you can do Kachimini kick into X stats to confirm, that means you're in the corner already from just one low. Like I don't think even Karen can do that. Karen does a lot of damage from crouch mini kick, but she doesn't really get you to the corner that fast.
Yeah, because when she knocks you down, if she throws you to the corner, but she's not in your face. Ken's in your face. So
yeah, so I feel like he does less damage with the crouch mini kick without V-Trigger 1, because with V-Trigger 1 in the corner, I think he does a lot of damage. But without V-Trigger 1, he does less damage than Karen, but I think he does more corner carry than Karen from just one ball.
Okay, I mean, it was interesting to have Karen as the comparison there, but it's a very good comparison. It's a very good comparison.
I mean, she's like the queen of Kachimini confirms.
Well, she is.
She got the range on you though. She still got more range, so she's got that going.
She does, yeah.
Yeah. So.
But even then, Ken's got decent enough walk speed and does his work. So.
No, I will not outplay Ken. Don't worry, Jammerz. I'm on your side. And that's the opposite side of Big Bird in this case.
Well,
in case you didn't know, yeah.
I haven't downplayed yet.
Not yet.
The operative word being yet, right? He's not. But
I'd like to point out, see, both of these birds have been very upplay about their characters, which I really admire.
They're honest people. Small and kind bird. I like it.
Yes, small and kind bird. And honest people and honest with themselves. When you downplay, you might not be as honest with yourself, but when you upplay, you might be too honest with yourself. So that's a nice little thing there. But Big Bird, you remember if we have time for a question?
We literally got 1 minute, so you might be able to slip this one in.
Okay, let's go. Big Bird, you remember back in the days, you played SF4.
Yeah.
People spoke about you in regions where you did not live, like Europe, maybe the United States as well. I can't be sure because I'm not from there and I didn't travel there. Doesn't matter. Do you think that if you get to travel as much as you did at the last offline season of SF5, that you would be able to qualify with your guy in SF4, or did you have something that you needed to learn before you could go that far?
To be honest, that would have been so late in the game, and I wouldn't really have had the proper experience in tournaments to perform at my most optimal level. So I don't think I would have qualified the last year. Maybe like if I got to travel 2 years in a row, maybe. But the last year alone, I don't think that would have been possible, to be honest.
I guess it was a learning experience to help develop and cultivate your skills as it's done in Street Fighter 5, because you've done wonders in this game and you've been all over the place, won nearly everything you can.
So maybe all these like aspiring players that are really good now but can't win, maybe when if in the future another game comes around, that is you would maybe think that's their time to shine. That's when they have the ability to like catch up. You think, or
I mean, if you're good enough, you can be the best player in the world. But if you don't have the proper like tournament experience, you won't be able to play your A game. Basically, like if you guys remember, even at my even when I was playing in 2019, the first few tournaments I wasn't really performing well.
Yeah, you weren't really doing that.
And then when that was when I took off, is when I got second at Evo. That was when I took off. Like I started winning and placing high and all that. So sometimes even if you're like so experienced, there's a mental barrier that kind of blocks you. And there's one objective that you need to do in order like to eliminate that barrier. Same thing that was Angry Bird talking about when he won UFA. When he won UFA, that basically opened a lot of doors for him, like mentally.
And that's
so it made him a lot stronger.
And I think that is definitely words to live by, and I could listen to you guys talk about that all day. But unfortunately, we've run out of time for this first section. I've got to cut everyone off here. I know it's a very interesting and philosophical conversation. But I gotta cut us off here to appease to the Twitch lords. So ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a short esports break, and when we come back, we're gonna get the birds to play this first to 10. You get to enjoy some Street Fighter action. Don't go nowhere. We'll be back with you shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dungeons and Dragons, all Street Fighter fans, welcome back to this episode of Sets featuring Angry Bird and Big Bird. The pre-match show has been concluded. We've had a little discussion with these guys, very philosophical. And now we're going to get into the meat and bones of tonight, which will be the first to 10. Also, want to quickly shout out some of the guys in the chat, Liston and St. Cola. Them guys have been putting in the work, and you will be seeing them commentating alongside some of us here, myself and Veggey, in the close qualifiers for the Inter World Open. Now, what we got to do is we got to let these guys in the lobby, they got to let it rock, because we're going to see a first to 10 run back between Angry Bird and Big Bird. I don't know if the guys can hear me. They are good to go. I don't even know how to bring up the menu to allow them to do that. There you go. Okay, he can hear me. All right. They are going to be doing this first to 10. Ladies and gentlemen, you did see these two play in their regions CPT Grand Finals, where Angry Bird did qualify for the CPT. And that was early stages of this new version of Ken for Big Bird. And then Angry Bird, he gave us a call and he said, you know what? Set me up first to 10 with the with the small bird on Capcom Fighters. We're going to bring the heat. No pun intended. But I'm hoping we see Seth versus Ken, because I actually played this matchup a little bit with Shoryu Sengan. Shouts to Sengan, because I wanted to experiment with something, because I wasn't sure. But these two play at the highest level, and some of the strongest players the Street Fighter community have to offer. So hopefully they don't let us down here. How you feeling about this one, Veggey?
I mean, the theme of the introduction was mentality, and I thought that was just mentality, and I thought that was just a great introduction. You can be so good, and you need to have the mentality to express it. And I'm excited to watch them play now after this introductional call, and I'm very glad that we do see Seth and Ken, which was very close in the finals, and it's been some time. So let's see if they have evolved or developed new things to show us, Jammerz.
For sure. Right. Also, I think we might get a fast forward. I think how this is panned out, we might get a couple of fast forwards in this, so I'm going to prepare people now. This is a first to 10. The score is at the top of your screens. It says Middle East, first to 10 at the top there. Where's Zek and Rashid? Angry Bird only brings out Zeku for specific matchups. Seth is his primary character, and Big Bird has taken a liking. He wants to bring back the Ken, and I actually think this is a very good pick against Seth. So we're going to see how this pans out.
Yeah, we had that confirm, as he spoke about, the important thing to have every time as Ken, so that you can get the maximum out of your hits. Yes. Nice usage, though, of the tandem engine from Angry Bird. He's kind of using it when he's going into neutral range, where jumping is very risky, obviously. And
okay, wakes up 3 frame, and he went for a reset. Yo! I don't see him do that. That's definitely a specific thing between these two. Delayed hard kick? That was nuts.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And he uses that jump in angle.
Side
swap. Like make Big Bird afraid.
Good V reversal. Early V reversal there from Big Bird as well for the side swap. No cancel on that. When he did Cruel Disaster to the Hadouken, he didn't cancel because people know that trick now. And I think he's ready and waiting to punish that.
That was kind of like the early days of stuff, wasn't it, Jammerz? When
it's hilarious.
Everyone was just doing that. Yeah, that was anything anyone did against Fireball characters. Already in the corner from one hit, Jammerz just gets the EX combo.
Nice there with the mad cradle as well. Gets that forward throw.
And I feel like those anti-airs, that jump in was kind of like put into place by Angry Bird, as he has been doing a lot of tandem engines in footsie range, and now he was waiting and anti-airing and getting a payoff from his strategy.
Gets that back throw. Oh, he got hit. That's going to be big. Oh, okay, he spends it. I don't think he wanted the EX Ryuken. I think he wanted the EX Fireball. He might have had a miss error there, but he's going to get activation straight to the corner. Yep. Off of the Cyclone Disaster straight to the corner. He might be dead. Yes.
Yes.
I think that's the second last hit. No, there was still 5 more hits. That's nuts.
Yo, let's go. Yeah, he's definitely showing us that V-Trigger 1 is... there is very good reason to pick V-Trigger 1 still, even though V-Trigger 2 is buffed up, because the way it kind of like flows with it, it's something that you can't get from V-Trigger 2.
I definitely think it's personal preference. I know V-Trigger 2 is more of a utility thing, but I understand why Angry Bird will still be a huge advocate of V-Trigger 1. It just fits his playstyle and the pace of the way he plays this game so well. Good punish on that Hikaton freeze, and that can hit confirm. That's new for Ken as well there from Big Bird. These guys already showed me some good stuff.
The counter hit again, and a counter conversion again, just sees the crouch medium quick. Counter goes into the crouch medium kick. Nice conversion, already back to the middle of the screen, Jammerz. But that was a misconfirmed. Yeah, must have thought that would connect since he was running, but he stopped running just in time. A couple of more now.
He's going to activate off the hard kick anyway. And And this is the thing, he can get free activations because he don't have to worry about the whole V-reversal situation. And he's going to get the crouching meeting kick confirmed into the CA, the Logan Sama special.
Yeah,
to
the Logan Sama special
the
indeed.
first game. So I think one thing that happened earlier, and it happened in the grand finals when these guys are playing in the Middle East CPT as well, is I don't know how tight the standing medium punch and the standing hard punch target combo is. I don't know how tight it is for a hit confirm. I think that's still a bit risky to do that anyway. But only Angry Bird, guys like Angry Bird, Cyan, SKZ, Kami, shouts to Kami from East Coast as well. I think those guys would do. But it's I think it's definitely a tight one. Whoa, he did that! What's up? You're mad.
Yo, that was great. But I do think it's a tight winner, as you say, but it's something because it's something you mostly can do on PC. But I do think, nice.
Don't worry, we'll talk about that in a sec.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec. Yeah, so I think it's something that you get easier
as
because
time
he thought
goes
he was
on.
running.
Yeah,
and it looked like he was running, so he's maybe not even confirming it. And yeah. I really like that buffer, Jammerz. The stab medium kick to the V skill after the charge, the fireball.
I think according to Zaku 3, both target combos are 20 frames. Is that the window you get to confirm them? I don't think...
The window is tighter.
The window for the stand medium punch, stand fierce one, I'm pretty sure it's tighter than 20. Because
Yeah,
if that was 20, everyone could do it.
Yeah, that's easier than Ken's crouch mini kick, so that's quite the beginner's hit confirm range. I think it's 15 frames, but I'm not sure.
18 or something?
Yeah, it's 18, so it's one of the most lenient of the normals into special.
He's going to steal Heavy Shoryuken. I think this is probably one of Seth's best installs, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
With what it does, I know you can only use it in the mirror match, but I actually think it's an exquisite install for him.
And this is cross cut, and Victor gets the corner, no punish, but he gets the boss frames anyway. Throw another one, no?
Got it, and there you go.
Nice,
there you go. I
Yeah.
actually think Ken is dead. That was
a
crouching hard kick, 2 hits to the DP, and there you go.
Yeah. And that's that extra damage, just making sure,
No,
like Angry Bird
wasn't,
spoke of earlier.
He wasn't in V-Trigger, so he wouldn't have given that.
Oh, he was not. Yeah, sorry. I was looking at the wrong person. Yeah.
Big Bub is in V-Trigger, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Definitely.
personally think Heavy Shoryuken as an install is actually probably one of Seth's better installs because, again, provides a knockdown from crouching hard kick. You can punish a couple of things just by doing the V skills itself, and then again, good combo extension as well. I think it's really good. So.
Yeah, and the knockdown situation is kind of good too, I think. And since you can confirm it from the heavy kick, the crouching heavy kick, that just adds another tool to Seth after reinstall. And he has a confirmed tool in his neutral game. Nice punish.
See, and he's trying to absorb or go for the Hadouken and really throw Big Bird off guard here with the tangent engine, the V skill 1, and because its range got reduced, so he has to use it a lot closer than he does. But that comes with its own humongous risk as well with a 900 vitality character.
He sets up that I can't tech because he does the tech in the mid-screen. Nice punish.
And that's what Big Bird was talking about with the Heavy Shoryuken.
Yeah.
That changes a lot in this matchup, which is why some people think this is swayed into Ken's favor now, this matchup.
Nice with punish, Jammerz. He's so ready for that because he was looking for the activation stance just outside of the range, just to punish.
Yeah, see,
and there, I do think that lead shit was to catch that second attempt at activating that never came.
Yeah. See, my concern is, if these were any 2 other players on the planet, this might have been extremely difficult for Seth. Because I think a lot of the stuff that Seth cannot do now, especially against a character like Ken, lovely buff the standing light kick.
Yeah.
It's pretty difficult to play this matchup in the neutral unit.
Yeah. And there we see that basically just throwing it out in neutral range because he's shown him, I got the anti-airs, you can't just jump, it's so risky. Such a good move to then use just to catch people walking forward or pressing.
Punish
that matter, that punish
in
again.
some Oki, and he has to V-shift. The thing is, every time he does light cruel disaster, that's -8 on block. Every time he does that, he's giving Big Bird a free opportunity. Can he kill him? I think he can kill him. Shoryuken, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The install again, as you spoke of earlier. Got so many ways to utilize it, and that's the kill from that install, Jammerz.
And I'm telling you, right, I think, without a doubt, I know we're online, I know that the environment, the situation has changed. I think this guy has all the combos, the specific combos with H install locked down.
Yeah.
I think he has every one of them locked down. That's why I love watching Angry Bird play this character.
That was also a really nice catch on that light, though he was not in like the proper range. He just kind of catches up and confirms from seeing that Seth was whiffing that light when he was doing the back medium punch in his face.
Oh, we tried to get a standing hard kick there, not as an anti. I think he just tried to clip him. Gets the activation of the crouching hard punch into a back throw. He has to be a little bit closer as well because Seth's throw range has been reduced as well. This is a big deal.
And this is a lot of damage, Jammerz.
That's what? What's he gonna do?
Okay, one more.
Yeah.
Nice activation.
He's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Not messing around. It's gonna be 2-1 to
Definitely
Big
not.
Bird.
Big Bird is coming back, showing people that it could have been me. It just didn't happen that day. But right now, I'm up 2-1. Look how far I can go.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how this set pans out. Hopefully it goes down to the wire, because obviously you and I both know
we
we like those down to the wires.
Yeah, especially when it's the last round. After that many games, like 18 games under the last round on the 19 game.
Then it just goes to it just goes to Gfinity style, first to one. Like,
Yeah.
put your cards on the table.
Gfinity plus extra. Yeah.
I love how both these characters can just make each other explode. I think it's more on a Ken's perspective. Like, Seth's damage output is still absurdly high, but the risk that comes with that is just as big, if not bigger, because the neutral applications of some tools he's using, and they're not as good in this matchup as other matchups. So.
Oh, lovely with punish from Big Bird there. I do believe that.
Oh, he's stunned.
Punish
Oh,
just
he could've been
delays it, but he doesn't get the conversion. Yeah, he could have been. And now we just changed it up, and it's Angry Bird who's got Big Bird in the corner with the Oki. Oh, he doesn't want to go for a throw. He wants to try to catch him. Doesn't catch him. Stay solid.
Remember, I think there's obviously there's less throw range. I'm not sure if any of his lights got less pushback either, so he has to walk up and throw a couple of people now. And in that time, at this level, people they're pressing buttons now.
No, with punish on that. Push
again.
Yo, you can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, he techs, but he's not ready because that was such an instant tech.
Oh no, please don't use V skill 1. Please don't use V skill 1. No! I don't.
No!
I said don't use V skill 1! I know he wanted to, but Big Bird was tempting him into using it. And he took the bait. Oh man, he took the bait. There.
And I just like how he keeps throwing out the V-skill 1 though, regardless. Nice confirmed from Big Bird, because you need to have that threat to slow down the approach of the opponent. Nice buffer or with punish, doesn't matter which. Putting him for Oki again.
I mean, I don't blame Angry Bird using lovely with punish there. I don't blame him. He missed the punish. That was big.
Yeah, he definitely did.
That's
a big punish, Jammerz.
He's gonna spend the bar on some Oki. I would have gone for Mad Cradle there, but I'm not the Seth player. He knows what he's doing, and he got him.
Nice, finally something. But there's that DP.
Okay. This is Big Bird's chance to get back, and he can do it.
And he does that like slight walk up, and then walk speeds making work for him. Oh, catches it just too late.
Wave 2. Oh my god, he's got no meat. He can't throw that out again. I think Angry Bird might have lost this one. Oh no, the block!
Nice block! But still,
he can't do anything. He actually can't do anything. No! Oh, he got him!
Oh, nice, nice whip punish. Big whip punish.
That was
with the super
clean.
Yeah,
you know why?
That's what we like to see, Jammerz.
So I think there he had two choices. Super or EXDP, but there might have been some very weird interaction with the EXDP, and obviously it's to take the round, don't really need the meter there, splurge it on that critical art. Lovely stuff there from Big Bird. I think that you're starting to see this as time goes on. There's just a couple of ranges that Seth cannot really do much now, and what he used to get away with on block, Ken's like, no sir, I'll punish that every time.
Yeah, imagine if Ken had to kind of hold all those light X-spins. That would have been a totally different match. Nice. Again, he does it. Stab medium kick into the V-skill, catches Big Bird doing something.
Oh, lovely.
And he's ready again. What a nice read.
The thing is, I think he has to play more read-based against the Fireballs, because both these two were mentioning the spin kick pressure, Cruel Disaster, is not as potent as it was before Season 5. So Angry Bird really has to pick his spots, especially on knockdown if he wants to use it.
Nice, and he gets another skill, and now he has all that power up. He has to confirm. Oh, he kind of backs off. A little bit afraid maybe to put himself in back throw range and the XDP mix up.
Yeah.
He does not want to deal with it.
I respect it.
Yeah, I understand it. If you get back thrown or EXDP by Ken, you are definitely taking some Oki, Jammerz.
Oh,
nice whip punish.
Yeah, he's going to do it, and I think that gives him a better situation. It might give a better situation than actually just ending the combo with just EX Heck and Top Freeze. Get a little bit more damage close to the opponent, or more friendly damage. This is a first to 10. It says at the top in the middle of the screen, it says Middle East first to 10. It's not best of 10. In a first to 10, a maximum of 19 games can be played. Do you know what? People are putting in the chat. Shout out to all the people in the chat that put that there.
Another great confirm from Big Bird there, and I just want to say that I really like the way that Angry Bird is like going in, pestering some buttons, and then just throwing out the V-skill, because it's such a risk to jump at Seth as he gets really good position or kick damage.
Oh, that's gonna be
as I say, that Big Bird is definitely ready
huge.
to show him that you can't do that too much. Nice, he takes again.
This is the thing, and he got a hit confirm into the crouch, onto the EX Tatsu as well. And yeah, not stunned yet. He's not. Oh my
And finally, he gets the right read on the throw. They've been good at reading each other defensively when it comes to throw or not throw, but finally, Big Bird finds the shimmy.
Here's the thing, right? The thing is, the tangent engine, the V-Skill one, its range has been reduced, and people have gotten more accustomed to jumping that thing on reaction. That's even worse now when you're doing it in particular situations. So.
Oh. Walks back, tries to get the crouch medium kick, doesn't really get it, but the back throw after the kind of like surprise dash in that situation was what led him in to get that position there. Jammerz. Nice! Was that a reactional punish? Or
Do you know, I think
might have been predictable.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he was intended to activate like that anyway, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Let's do that, and if we see it again, we're definitely giving him the... Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's done. That's finished. He's finished. That's extra damage. This is what Angry Bird was talking about. The 20 extra damage from the tangent destruction, this is what he wants. There you go.
Just like that, Angry Bird bounces back. 2-3. Is that the score we have now, Jammerz?
It is 3-2 to Big Bird.
Yeah, so we're in here for the close set, I believe. The close set of giants.
Hey, listen.
UAE giants.
Like I was saying, I said if we had any two other players, or you just watched these two characters by themselves playing, I would have ruled this off as a guaranteed surefire victory ages ago. But because Angry Bird has the luxury of having knowledge that a lot of the world do not, which is insider knowledge of Big Bird, I think this might be a little bit closer than what some people would put on paper.
That was an interesting interaction.
Oh, he gets the meaty
more
combo.
Nice,
yeah.
Everything.
Oh, he's done. He's done. He is done.
Yeah, that's it. It seems like Angry Bird really likes to just get that V-skill out so he can have that threat of V-skill in neutral.
The thing is, what I like, okay, he's going to V-break here. I like the animation of that V-break as well. No grab just yet. Tried to challenge, a bit sneaky there, but it's his voice, so I can understand why he'd do that.
Nice. It's kind of like he's going to try to stand out of that range for that nice deep. He's so ready. He can't back to him. You can't take either at that point. I feel like Big Bird has that on him, like the knowledge right now. Yeah, he's like in the advantage in the knowledge, like in the reach realm right now.
Oh, another jump. I was talking about this before. There's too big of a risk for him now. And again, he's going to get stunned in a minute. Yeah, okay, we spent
one more.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Hey, listen, we saw Genocide do that last week. This is a thing that Seth players are going to be doing. And I want to say this guy is done. That's a wrap.
Yeah. It must.
No, he isn't.
Come on.
Okay.
What is wrong with us, Jammerz? We should not have called that one. That doesn't really matter. It's just like any hit right now for Big Bird is enough. But I do think that Angry Bird would be in a position to come back. But
listen,
I mean, the fireball was there, so
I think because he didn't die at that combo, I think Seth should have less health. What do you guys think? Seth, 875 health. Don't tell Angry Bird. But what do you guys think? Do you think Seth should have 875 health? The reason why I stated that number is because Akumi used to have that amount of vitality quite a while ago, but obviously they buffed up his health. But we'll see.
Got a nice little boost. Yeah. So we were kind of fooled by those nerfs there, Jammerz, to think that he would die, but he was definitely still alive. But like that. Big Bird up 4-2. Nice. Blocks it.
Let's see how this goes. So yeah, we're talking about obviously the V-skill last match before with how Angry Bird's been applying it, especially being very obstinate in the neutral with it. But I think obviously the objective is get heavy Shoryuken as quickly as you can and then get rid of it as quickly as you can.
Yes. So
that's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I definitely think that's something that Angry Bird is doing. Nice. Kind of spacing trap there.
Okay, spin kick.
He's so good this round at using the spin kicks to get through fireball. Sometimes they look like they're true reactions, and that was also a nice try.
I know what he tried to do there. I think I know what he tried to do.
Yeah.
Let's wait for this round to finish. He's got the mix up. Okay, just wait, just in case.
Still respecting it. Yeah. Oh, nice walk up. Great blocking right now. Just stay solid. One more crouch light kick. This is so tense.
Someone is asking, can the players change their characters? Yes, they can. This is not character locks, but I think for this set they will be playing Seth versus Ken the whole way through. Not dead yet.
But right now, Angry Bird can definitely chip out Big Bird. Was that a good usage of the super? He spent the meter to get jabbed on wake up.
That is the worst
Angry
feeling.
Bird. Yes.
You spent all your resources. The guy hits the jab and it says counter hit.
Nice counter conversion from that crouching medium punch into the crouching heavy punch. Jammerz. He goes for the throw.
Not gonna stun yet.
Just walking up, just giving him that inches. Trying to get him to press and then catch him with a heavy kick.
Do you know what's crazy as well? When Ken does a move that's -4, Seth can't really punish it. But the other way around, roles reversed, Ken can do it
Yes,
all
very
day.
reversed. Yeah, so that's a big difference for them right now. Nice punish. Dash in EX Tatsu. So ready. He's Big Bird. But not as ready for that.
Side swap with the side switching punch.
They're really good at knowing when to take and not to take against each other. Like they have a feeling of each other's rhythm. Not really getting that much mileage.
He got him.
Those
Right.
situations.
This is big. Is he going to risk it?
Very
He went
big.
for throw. Oh, yeah.
Yes, there he came.
He's going to do it eventually.
Yeah.
Why not? He's
I mean,
he's 4-2 up, so.
And he's seen Angry Bird back off like completely. And since he was moving forward, he might have kind of had that movement read that he's walking forward now to do something. It's hard to say, but he was definitely not backing up as completely as he had been doing earlier.
Do you know what? That
situation.
buffer is so sick after a couple of moves that Seth does. Forward medium punch, crouch hard kick, crouch and medium kick well spaced. Goes for a double reset
Double
there.
side switch. And if that throw had landed, he would have gotten the OP. So maybe Angry Bird understood that the throw was coming because of the position he put himself instead of taking damage.
Someone asked, am I real? No, I'm a mirage. I'm an illusion. I'm not real.
Nice. Use what? A confirmed Jammerz. Counter crouch medium punch into the mid DP.
He gets a lot of good situations off all his mediums. All his medium punches and medium kicks. Look at that.
So tense, it's so close. It's like, yo, he wants that hit. Yes, he wanted the hit. He didn't want to activate on block. And now what is Angry Bird gonna do? Just text again.
More activation he had to, and he's gonna get punished
That
for
was
it.
such a good dash though, because he got into the range where that would not be a very good option. Blocks it and punishes.
Do you know what's
5-2?
Yeah, it's 5-2 now. Do you know what's crazy about that? Once Angry Bird committed to the light spin kick, the cruel disaster, he already lost. Because if he cancelled into the follow-up, it would have been a punish. And because he did that, it was a punish. So he actually lost the moment he committed to that move. I think he's banking on catching a dash or something, but it didn't really work out there.
And I mean, there was a dash just before and then a block, so it could have had a read, like a player-specific friendship read. That kind of worked out, but it was too late, so there might have been something to that, Jammerz, as you say. But this round, though, Big Bird in a very strong position. Early, outside, reacts to it. It's in whip range, just jumps in. Very nice. I do think it's harder to jump it on reaction if you're in the range of it, because it can hit you in your pre-jump.
Another jump on the V skill one there from Big Bird. And look, he's taken off another 30% here. That's meterless damage against one of the lowest vitality characters in the game.
Lovely delay jump out, I think, from Big Bird there, just to make sure that he does not get hit by anything. As he tries to put himself in the middle of the screen. Great with punish, so ready.
Dude, this guy, Big Bird, he's done.
Yeah, that's definitely done.
The moment you commit to that, you're finished. I think right now, you are seeing absolutely meticulous spacing from Big Bird. Again, these guys go back and forth and they practice, but you are starting to see why this matchup is starting. People are starting to put this as in Ken's favor. Not sure how heavily, but it's looking like it's a Ken matchup through and through, man.
Yeah, and when you have a Ken like this, with confirms and with punishes and consistent anti-airs and consistent like things that aren't Ken specific, you know, a lot of Ken players are overextending, but there you see another one, standing like it with punish. It's like, when you have all that, you can really show people the strength of Ken.
We can't hit confirm. No activation?
No
okay.
activation? That was odd.
That might have been execution error, or it might have not come out as when he wanted to, because we do know what happens with your inputs. But looking rough. He's running away with it.
Do you believe we will see a change if he does run all the way away with it?
I think we might get a similar situation to what Aridun and Genocide did last week. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of differences in styles because they both used V-Trigger 1, and their opponents did know the matchup fairly well. And it's a case where I think they're just going to ride this one through, because I think this is the character that Angry Bird used against Big Bird like pretty much all the time.
Yeah. It looks like Big Bird wants to play Ken, so let's see if he can actually switch completely and play Ken, but as he did say, he does not have a bad matchup, so where should I use Ken? Here might be it. Nice punish with stand like it. That button is such a strong tool, Jammerz. It's not spoken about a lot, but Ken stand like it is a buffer, a whiff punish, and a punishment move.
It's one of the best lights. It's one of the best lights in the game. People talk about that.
Definitely.
Obviously not over Sakura's, but
yeah, that's a great back throw there into that Oki. Something that not everyone gets from that place in the screen, Jammerz.
He's going to activate. Can he get his punish? He does. Stand fierce into the Mad Cradle. And that's actually the most optimal thing. He could have been safer and went for a medium, but because I believe that's -7 on block and the stand hard punch from Seth is 7 frames, he actually went for it. I wouldn't have done that online. He went for it.
Definitely did. He's kind of ready, I'm sure, to punish that. He's blocked it before. Nice with punish from Angry Bird there.
Go for some Oki, good interruption.
Yeah. It's kind of like where Seth needs to often put himself in these situations where he needs to kind of overextend a bit, and he can be checked on it, which does seem to be hard to do in the long run against a character with such great punishes as Ken does. No
Well, this is the thing. There's a lot of things we talk about. All right, let's finish this here. Gonna get the activation. We're gonna keep him in the corner here. No activation from Big Bird yet. He hasn't got the V-Trigger. He's got it now. It's the wrong side of the screen there. If he can just get one button into super, that would be it. Or either of them, actually.
Yeah. If you could have had that, you just missed it. Nice. But that was it.
That was it. That was it. Oh no, that was
that's the back throw.
That was it.
Jammerz. From 65% of the screen, he throws it to the corner and gets to throw him again. Nice stuff from him. And I do like that he kept going for throws, Jammerz, because he had been teched so much in the corner that he understood that this was such a game-changing area that I could throw him.
And obviously, because of who he's fighting, Big Bird, again, he has the luxury of having that inside knowledge on his training partner. He's one of the few people that can actually slow Angry Bird down, because I think Angry Bird is actually one of the fastest players when it comes to Street Fighter 5.
Nice really punch there from Big Bird.
And this is the department, I think, on paper where Seth loses the comeback factor. And he got it!
Nice!
He didn't get it in the last round, but he got it this time round.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter anymore. He's back there now, back on the scoreboard. Beautiful. Confirmed crouching heavy kick into the super. Which is another fun tool to use to Seth, I think. Jammerz is a really cool thing that he has. When he has super or his V-skill store, or he stores a V-skill, he can like access a move with a confirm in neutral that he does not really have without it. So
and notice
it's an
as well.
interesting way to change it.
Sorry to interrupt there. Notice as well. Look what. Remember what Angry Bird said? I don't jump anymore.
What?
I don't do the axe kick anymore.
That's true.
He hasn't. He hasn't done it yet.
Only to beat the throw once. He did the EX axe kick, but other than that, we haven't seen him aggressively use axe kicks.
Remember, we spoke about it with Genocide last week when he done it on his wake up as well. I think EX wake up the axe kick on wake up. I think that's legit. I actually think that's legit.
Definitely, definitely. Especially if you could manage to delay it. I don't know if you do, if you do have the option to kind of like do it as a gale, but nice.
Well, you spend the bar, the gale, you can just meet meterless.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. They want to take this stun off the over. Took that risk.
And he was kind of like reluctant to do the slide activation at first because he wasn't sure, but that's punishable. Yeah.
Do you know? I think Angry Bird heard me. You know, I said he hasn't done that yet, and he tried to use it. And he tried to use it.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of characters still can't punish when used properly, but I'm thinking maybe Ken could DP a lot on block.
I think this is just similar to when we were watching Luigi versus Chris T. I just think there's too many things in this matchup where if you just make the slice mistake or even think you can do it as autopilot pressure, there you go.
Nice.
It just gets clips and the game changes.
Nice angry DP though on defense, showing him that you need to respect me here. But gets thrown for his throw.
I love the fact that he is not deterred by using that V-Skill 1, despite putting himself at negative frames. It's crazy.
But I do feel that it's necessary for Seth to use it because he needs to make him afraid of it and therefore get more control over the neutral, or maybe even get him to jump because of that usage, kind of like a fireball. Does he get the double? No.
Yeah. It was too low. Even I saw that it was too low.
Yeah, and he's definitely backing up again, Jammerz.
Take it. Very fortunate there. Yeah, these guys pressed their hard kicks at a very similar time. Any other day of the week, that would have said crush cannon. We would have seen you in the corner.
Yeah. Nice usage again of the heavy kick.
Forward into the cruel disaster. Going for some Oki as well. What's Big Bird going to do? You woke up with a button. You got one more chance. If you guess wrong, you might be stunned off a combo.
Yeah. Nice. Just delays crouching mini kick on defense and confirms it for the hit. Tense. No confirming to the V-skill there. Because he does have it stored, does he not, Jammerz?
Yeah, it's stored. I can see it. The icon's flashing. Yeah. Shouts to Capcom for putting that in.
That's great. So he's in a really good control situation right now. Oh, he tries to whip punish with the crash back just too far. Nice.
I think he wants bigger damage at this point. Yeah. So that was lovely again from Big Bird. The spacing so immaculate from him.
But he puts himself in the corner, Jammerz.
Hey, listen, he's still threatening from in the corner.
That's very true, because that back throw would put him back to the throw loop position in corner. Nice plus frames as he spoke about. But wants the corner again. Yeah, he does not want to give out the corner there.
Yeah,
I mean, any anti-hero here is killed.
He's done. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he might still be alive. I'm just going to guess wrong anyway. No, you did. Yeah, you did.
He's dead.
Yeah, you did. I saw his health bar. I saw his health bar.
Now we're 2 for 2, Jammers. Two wrong guesses on that.
Nah, I saw that and I was like, no, he's dead. I saw when the hit before the last hit, I was like, now you're dead.
Nice OS. Yeah. You need to teach me that OS, Jammers. That's a good one. I don't know the inputs for it, but I'll definitely take it.
It's crazy. Someone says Seth is brittle. Of course he's dead. I mean, before, when Big Bird got a full combo from a medium, Seth didn't die. So
yeah. So that's the interesting part.
And sometimes you can't be too sure with this game at times. Logan does have a trick behind knowing when someone's dead from a CA there. That's the Logan special.
Like a real trick, or more like a
observational trick?
Knowledge?
It's an observational trick. He definitely knows how to tell.
Seen it a lot, yeah. Nice, no conversion from the counter though.
All right, it's 7-3 right now. Big Bird is running away with it. I mean, some of these rounds some of these games have gone to the final round, and it's not like these two are like bad players by any means. Right, let's just clear that up.
Yeah, I mean, Big Bird won the Capcom Tour of their region with. I mean, Angry Bird won their Pro Tour of the region with Big Bird in the grand final, so definitely no lack of skill here.
The counter hit conversion off of the V-Skill 1, one of the new changes. I love that stuff.
And I like how he took the corner, but he's not ready to check that run.
Oh no!
Into
dear! Oh no!
Just like that.
Oh! This is gonna spell disaster. Oh, he done a V-shift. Okay, he's minus. Now activation from Big Bird. He wants that hit, and he might die. Jab mad cradle. Okay, yes. Didn't even need to.
And that conversion was great. Like just fishing for that crouching medium punch, seeing the counter hit straight into the fears, and then finishes the whole combo just for the kill. Great composure there, Jammerz.
All right, lovely stuff. Gets the whip punish of the standing hard kick into the forward punch. Oki again. Big Bird was walking backwards, not commit to anything. That was interesting. Oh, that's big.
Oh,
that was big.
The anti-air. That was crazy.
No, you'd be surprised.
That
EX Air Tatsu, if you try to anti-air the special, because a lot of them are forward advancing, that actually goes behind them. So some people actually put themselves in more trouble.
So that might be why we've seen a couple of jumper situations just kind of denied anti-airing, or not anti-air. Oh, nice patience from Angry Bird. Does not want to get opened up to anything.
You know what? I respect
nice
that.
activation.
No, he didn't activate. I thought he was going to, but now he does. Back throw, and wait.
One more hit.
He's got to wait.
I mean, Big Bird is in a good position still.
You know
just in the range. He just walked into it. He was in the whiff range. He could have whiff punished had he just waited, but he just walked into it. Just such yeah.
I do feel where a lot of people, myself included, would have waited. Angry Bird said no.
Yeah.
And that's why I love this guy. I love this guy. I love watching him play. I'm a huge fanboy. I don't know if you can tell, but
oh, I can tell.
It is a case where the bravado, the cojones this guy brings when he is playing this character, or any character he plays, it's just like where other people would have backed off, he doesn't.
Yeah. And I mean, Big Bird's button placements are so good right now. Just puts him just like that. He's just lost half his life. Nice. Gets out. Will you try to activate? No, when there's a punish on the crouching head.
Wow, he's through again. Okay.
Yeah, that was interesting. Oh, no punish. Yeah, there's a punish, but not a real one. It's activation though.
He shifted. He's in the corner. Oh, okay. He's not going to get full conversion here. He's going to get an EX Dragon Punch on his way
and
up.
there it is again.
Side swap. Yeah, it's fine.
Yo,
yeah, that's fine.
Nice usage. Yeah, nice V reversal and punishes the follower.
Obviously,
I mean, we've seen.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, sorry. Go on. No, I'll take it.
That's fine. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, we see like Angry Bird back off, but then he really backs off. But when he's not gonna bait, he goes in. So I kind of feel like he's showing him that I'm not gonna bait this time, because when he's baiting, he's kind of like just backing completely off in this set. So maybe he's kind of telling Big Bird that it's okay to GP now. Something to maybe store for later. Jammerz, I don't know. Yeah, nice.
All right, gets the so he got the target combo with punish I saw earlier. It's good stuff there from Angry Bird. Hopefully he can hold this positional advantage. And Tia, stuff. He spent the bar though.
Yeah, maybe gets a better hitbox for it. Make sure that it gets the Tatsu. Nice, the corner carry on that activation, Jammerz.
What was that? Was that 6 dashes?
That was a lot of dashes.
V-shift into the break. Yep.
Yeah, that was a great. He gets the corner position. Nice fireball.
Okay. Good stuff.
I mean, yeah, Big Bird was not too far away. I think 1 or 2 hits. No, 2 hits 2 big hits, like a good combo and a confirm into super, and it would have been his round. So I do understand kind of Angry Bird's fear there and how he had to keep it reserved. Nice.
Let's see how it pans out. Gets the cancellation into the Cruel Disaster, into the forward hard punch. Oki again. Meaty throws. He's going to try and walk up and do something sneaky. He won't. All right, backs off. He's going to marshal this corner.
Nice. Yeah.
He can do this for as long as Big Bird doesn't have V-Trigger yet.
Yeah. He has to back off. Nice. But no, can't cancel him because he didn't have anything. Kind of need to do something else. But now he's suddenly in the corner with Oki again. Nice usage. Just keep him out.
Oh, this is big.
This is big.
If he takes a grab, this could be bad news. I think he might take a grab, you know. No, okay.
Nice patience, but not ready to anti-air the neutral jump though. And he does not have access to his V-trigger now for any cancellation for continued pressure.
Oh, that was absolutely sensational.
So
this
nice.
is what people should be doing at the highest level. I see Kami players do it all the time. I know it should be staying with Ken, but I don't see it as often. The cross cut, sure you can, into the CA, taking that there. Listen, this Ken is coming along 8-4. Like, come on. We have to eulogize that. We have to praise that. That was beautiful. That's what separates the men from the boys.
Yeah. And that was not like a jump that came a lot. There was a long time since there was a jump from Angry Bird, and there was still a cross cut into the super, just showing the readiness. Nice spacing trap there from Angry Bird. There's spacing traps that he's using. It's something I haven't seen a lot of sets use, so it's really interesting to see how he kind of utilizes his minus frames to trap Big Bird. Should he attempt to take his plus frames?
That interruption with the medium punch there on the spin kick pressure. As the set's gone on, obviously Big Bird's punishes regarding that, when Angry Bird has provided the opportunities, punishes have been changing Big Bird, which is pretty cool.
I feel like Angry Bird has been doing a bit less D-skills since he's been jumped a bit, so that might be something that we can see come back into play a bit later. Right now, though, he's keeping it reserved. Nice buffer.
No stun yet. What's it going to be? He's going to wake up TP? Nah, he waited. Yeah, he waited.
And he took the throw.
Look, man, like I said before, sometimes you just got to pick how you're going to lose. That's just what this game's about sometimes.
That's true. Oh, Big Bird taking a step there before taking his plus frames to make sure that he does not get trapped in that space again. Nice whip punish this time, I'd like to say.
+1 on block there, and he gets a delayed pressure from the target combo again. Back throw will do the trick, and he woke up with it.
Let's go, and there's the V-skill again. What a whip punish. Was that a buffer or a whip punish? That was range.
That might have been a whip punish, boy.
Oh,
the jump!
Good. What the neutral jump, Jammerz? What a neutral jump timing. What I like about the neutral jump though, Jammerz, is that if he does the V-skill, he can punish on landing. And if he does the Cruel Disaster, he can punish on the way down.
Yeah. Oh, man. 9-4.
Good call.
Do you think he can pull it back, Veggey? Do you think he can do it? Do you guys at home think he can do it? I don't know. Talk to me, Veggey.
Right now, he's limiting himself more and more because of punishes. So he's getting access to less and less tools. So I'd say it's looking bleak right now as he's getting less mileage out of his tools because he's more afraid to use them than he was earlier because they've started to become more and more punished one by one. Like this is a situation you might have seen a V-skill, but now he's too afraid to throw that V-skill. Yeah, still really respectful now, Jammerz.
We'll see.
Seems to have been trained, but there it is.
I mean, listen, if there's anyone who's going to pull a rabbit out of the hat with a character that's got a lot of moves, it's going to be Angry Bird, but he's trapped in the corner already.
Yeah. This is such a... Oh, nice. Gets it up. I feel like he's in such a box when Ken has him in his corner. It's like, yeah, anything he does can be punished. It's like nothing he can really do against that. Gets a lucky back throw, but gets interrupted on it anyway.
And he's dead. Oh, Lord almighty. Heavy, sure you can put Big Bird at set point.
Set point even, yeah.
He was at pole position for quite some time. He's got a huge game lead, being 9-4 up. And Angry Bird, again, as this set's gone on, certain tools, as Veggey said, has been taken away from him.
Yeah, 1 by 1. Nice whip punish on Big Bird there. Needs to get something going. Still goes. Doesn't get much mileage after hits either. Nice prediction on the fire. Or reaction to asking about that.
He had to do that after the throw tech. That was a bit low, so he's not going to spend the bar on the Hecatonchires. Misses his cross cut. That's big. That is big.
Oh, nice patience now. After all of that, he's still keeping the cool. Nice issues of the D-skill. The punish is there, you know, Jammerz. He's put him in such a box. He's always minus on the things he does, and there's the axe kick. That's kind of out of desperation just to get out, maybe, Jammerz. Nice no conversion, no hit confirm. It's hard.
I don't know how he's going to get V-trigger at this point in the anti as he had to spin the bar there. I wouldn't even have risked anything, and that's big.
Yes, and that's big. Looked like a delayed jab, maybe to block the EXDP and catch the delay. It worked out. It's important Angry Bird takes his offensive opportunities. He's been backing off a lot because of the being afraid of that EXDP reversal. But at this point, you need to make things happen.
All right, is it? Oh no, that was too big of a risk to take. He's in the corner, and he's about probably one combo away from being stunned, but he's going to walk his way out or fight his way out with the target combo.
Yeah. Oh, but he gets confirmed back into the corner. That bucks. Nice. He needs to make something happen right now.
He has put all the cards on the table.
Nice. And I do like that he did not activate off the activation. No, of the slide and just gets another unsafe move.
You need to take
nice.
This. No! He tried to beat Greedy!
Angry Bird! But it's not over. Let's go. DP? No, he saved the bar. Yeah, he just needs like one hit to build meter.
Angry Bird, don't play with my mouth, man!
He wasn't ready this time, Jammerz!
Angry Bird is something else, cuz. Don't play with me like that.
He actually... He did the wow.
No,
I like that.
I don't
he
care.
died for that earlier, but he said, I don't believe in you. I think you got lucky.
Angry Bird, you are wild. Listen, what is
you
wrong?
Are
we got sensors on Capcom Fires. The shouts to reach for putting on the bloopers. This guy's mad. He played with my heart.
That was wild.
Do you know? I
think this is a turning point. An annoyance for.
I have to agree with you, but honestly, I don't blame Angry Bird for trying to go for the absolute maximum punish in that situation. But please, that looked so awkward. Just do that. Crowds beat him. I can't play with his heart like that.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. It did work out in the end. We did see that he missed that DP.
He did.
Yeah. So suddenly we're back into it. Don't let him get a set point again, Angry Bird. We don't have the hearts, the stomachs to handle that right now. Nice, just controlling him. But as you said, he needs to back off whenever that activation is ready, because activation into the throw mix-up could put him in the corner. Just like that.
Yes, like nice. Ken's screen carry, his corner carry has always been amazing ever since season 1.
Absolutely.
Lovely buffer from the stand, light kick once again, and he backs off, but the dash throw.
And the back of actually just keeps on not paying off, and he has to use his heroes to stay safe. Nice activation. Wow.
Damn it. And again, no one talks about this enough. I keep bringing this up. Ken's activation damage probably got to be some of the best in the game.
Yo, that bait though. Very ready. Angry Bird again on set point to Big Bird.
Oh boy.
Will we see something crazy come out again?
I don't think he can do that again. But anything can happen in Street Fighter 5. I'm not sure if he can pull that off again.
I mean, he plays the best when he's fighting from the ground, like from behind. Let's see. Is this what he needs to be on set points 5 more times to win?
Listen, back to the corner. He's probably one of the best at doing it. All right.
Nice. Basic trap again.
Thanks to the buff to crouching hard punch, Ken's activation does a lot. He's always done good activation damage in my opinion. Obviously, just a little bit more now, but
yeah.
Grab it.
Oh, he gets the luck just in time. Nice with punish or buffer. Doesn't really matter if he gets a couple of more.
He's done it.
And we spoke about that. He doesn't back off. And when he does, he's always pressing nice punish.
I would have backed off.
Oh, yes.
You know, he has to spend this on V-reversals now.
But he's
oh my god.
Nice. He's fighting from 9. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Any other day of the week, that's the axe kick would have been punished. And I saw Big Bird pump into anti-air, but he didn't. He stopped there for a second.
Yeah.
Hesitation does kill. It lost him the round.
Yeah. And I do think that he remembered the last round that he did the crosscut, so he thought probably that I can get away with an axe kick now and hit. But Big Bird blocked in time, or he had maybe already walked over to the other side for the crosscut. Doesn't matter. He got the block, and we're now looking at a very tense round.
Oh, he tried to meet him in the air, but that kind of worked out. To throw tech there from Big Bird. Lovely whiff punish.
Another whiff punish.
Into the XL2.
Activates. Oh, so respectful is Big Angry Bird.
No. That was big. He's dead. Yeah, he's done. Like that.
Yeah. Wow. The whiff punishes from Big Bird have been so good, Jammerz, in this set. He's been so ready for those whiffs and checking like other things, so it's not like he's overly focused on that.
It's crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, put it in the chat. I want to see it. We standardize this stuff here.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
All round. The trading partners. Another big set between them there. And Big Bird is your victor of tonight, winning 10-5 there. I'm telling you, we were going to see the start of a miraculous comeback. But unfortunately, the man of many stolen moves has not got that much vitality there. So I mean, we'll have a chat with Angry Bird once we do that there. But I mean, overall, I learned a fair bit about that matchup. It's great that we got to see some Seth gameplay back-to-back 2 weeks running. Because I do mess around with the characters myself, so I'm trying to pick up some things from guys like Genocide and Angry Bird there. But Big Bird is the guy who takes the victory. Didn't qualify for the CPT as much as he'd want to, because we know he's more than capable of doing that. But he did the more important
thing. He won the set, which is like, come on. What do you want to be? Win the set or go to Capcom Cup? I think the answer is pretty obvious. Win the set. If
you win a set, I'm not paying for your flight to go to the finals.
No, but you won the first to 10. So that's like I win in the long set. You get that one. You get to call that one
listen, some people do prefer the bragging rights. Is like, look, in a marathon game of mental endurance, I do beat you there. Any other day of the week, it probably wouldn't be that case. But we can talk more about this matchup and have these guys dissect it with us and just talk about other things regarding Street Fighter after this break. We've got to adhere to the Twitch Lords, so we'll be back with you shortly.
You shouldn't only admire my work, but also concentrate a little more on your lessons, Mana. That wake you up? Let the spirit guide you. How's this for you? You must be careful. Best watch. Soul satellite! What's the meaning of fate? You shall know. You should try to learn to use your power a little better.
Alright everyone, welcome back to this episode of Sets featuring Angry Bird and Big Bird. If you just joined us now, unfortunately you did miss the set. It has now concluded with Big Bird being the victor there. But these were videos will be put up on the YouTube channel. The archives will be available so you can go and catch that back when you get the chance. But now we got to talk to the boys about what transpired in that set and then some other things revolving around Street Fighter. So Big Bird, Angry Bird, have I got you guys with me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. Obviously, Big Bird, congratulations for winning that set there. Yeah, I mean, that was some good stuff there, and I learned a fair bit about a matchup that has piqued my interest for quite a while, ever since these mid-season changes, Ken versus Seth. So, the first thing I have to ask, and I want to direct this at Angry Bird first, is your persistence and your usages of V-Skill 1 at very dangerous ranges, I'd like to call. I mean, what's the philosophy behind using V-Skill 1 that often in neutral with Seth?
Oh, to be honest, actually, V-Skill 1 is like one of the best V-Skills in the game, because not just you steal other characters' moves, but you get a free throw after that. And a lot of people like be buffering normals from certain ranges. So like when they try to do that, you try to V-Skill at the right time. But because we play a lot together, he knows when I'm trying to do the V-Skill, so he stays like out of the range of it and jump in and punish. If you noticed, towards the end of the set, I wasn't doing it much, so he was buffering more, and then I started doing it again, and he was getting subbed. So it's I would say it's a tricky V-Skill.
Yeah.
Also 50-50, because if you try to buffer from certain ranges, you get subbed, or like if you don't buffer, it just gets you close to me and not in throw range, which is actually very good.
Okay. I mean, for me, it's like looking at it from a commentating standpoint, it's like the risk reward sometimes doesn't necessarily work out, because again, if you do get that successful suction, you either choose to steal the move or get a combo depending on whether it's a regular hit or a counter hit if you're in range for that crouch jab. But if things don't go your way and the guy's ready, that's full jump in, you lost 30%. You're probably in the corner. I mean, is that something you're cool with?
True.
But like, I don't know, is Angry Bird cool with that, or are you not phased by that? Because you don't look deterred when you're playing this game at all anymore.
Oh, actually, just having the V-Skill with doing it like sometime only, like will have the opponent scared of it like being used.
Okay.
So like if I just have the V-Skill and use it once or twice, he will be aware that okay, he's using the V-Skill from certain ranges that I might need not to press a lot on neutral, which is in my favor.
Okay.
But you know, Angry Bird, when Seth was first released, a lot of the Twitter brigade would say
you're part of that brigade.
No, the wrong side. You know, the one with the wrong opinions all the time.
Oh, for God's
sake. So after the wrong opinions, Twitter brigade talked about Seth. They said V-Skill 1 is so bad you can jump it on reaction. But I feel that if you're in range for V-Skill 1 to hit, it's not. Would you say it's possible to
No, you can't.
jump? you have to be
No, you can't
outside
jump
of.
reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
So,
to be
so
outside.
now we know that everyone agrees. Okay, very nice. Thank you.
So, like-
everybody. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Like every
And-
B skill I did was out of the range. That's why he was able to jump.
Yeah. So he jumps kind of the whiff reactions. He jumps to your whiff B skills. Is that what he's
Yeah.
doing? Yeah.
So the thing is
That's-
about this V skill is, I give up a lot of space just because of that one move.
Yeah.
So don't you guys are like seeing it from like one point of view,
Okay, okay.
which is him being punished for it. But if you notice the process for him to whiff that is me giving up that much space,
Yeah.
potentially cornering myself if he realizes that, and then I have to stop playing footsies, or stop throwing fireballs in certain ranges.
Yeah.
So there's a lot I'm giving up just because of that V skill. If he played V skill too, the neutral would look completely different.
For sure.
Yeah,
And-
and even when I was when back in Street Fighter League, I saw him playing versus Punk, and Punk mentioned that the Karen set matchup is only annoying because of V skill 1.
Yeah, I can
And
see that.
without that V skill, that matchup becomes a lot easier for a lot of characters, not just Ken. So that V skill is actually one of the best, if not the best V skill in the game. And in my opinion, it changes the way Seth has to play or approach each matchup.
Fair. No, listen, fair dues, and I gotta hear it from these guys. So I'll go for it.
And something that wasn't mentioned, that with all of these things we spoke of with VSK 1, it's also that, yeah, you can get jumped, but I mean, if you know that it's just like a fireball, like you know they want to jump it, so you're extra ready sometimes, and then you get a huge damage anti-air, like from standing heavy kick, juggle, all of those things. If you have that read, so there's many things.
Exactly, yeah.
There's many things you can apply to that psychology.
Yeah, not to mention if you get sucked in counter hits, that's a target combo that he gets, and into the corner, immediate corner afterwards. So yeah, it has some risk, but it's just as risky as a fireball. Yeah, and it has way better reward.
Yeah, way better reward.
Okay,
That's true.
All right, listen, that's interesting stuff. Another thing we got to obviously ask about the matchup regarding you two, since you guys have played the extensive set and more games outside of this set, is Veggey mentioned something as the set went on, it felt as if certain Angry Birds tools were being taken away because they can be punished by Shoryuken now. The amount of stuff that just got punished by that move could just show you how difficult certain aspects of that matchup can be. I'd say it's safe to say it's a staple tool, the heavy Shoryuken from Ken's side, against Seth anyway. Are there any other matchups where it looks like that bad, Big Bird, or is Seth the only one?
No, you mean Seth Ken, or like you mean from Ken's side or from Seth's side?
From Ken's side, using the Shoryuken to punish a lot of things.
Gil could be one of them because Ken can punish the forward heavy kick from max range.
Damn.
He can punish the fireballs with the heavy DP. He can punish the flame. Well, he can go through flame with the V-trigger 1.
Okay.
I mean, with the DP. On top of having the DP, he also has the V-trigger 2, and V-trigger 2 makes him do all of that with just a press of a button. So that kind of a big thing as well.
Okay.
But keep in mind, I haven't played a lot of matchups with Ken at the moment. Yeah, I've only been exposed to like Gil, Ryu, Sagat, Seth, Rashid. That's it, pretty much.
Well, they all sound like matchups where the Shoryuken buffs and a lot of other things you'd want to use actually work pretty well. So, I mean, hopefully, like in months to come, you'll be able to showcase more and obviously a more diverse matchup spread to be able to talk about these matchups for Ken.
Yeah, that's why I want to play versus more characters, just to get a hold of the character base.
For sure, for sure. Veggey, you got any questions you want to ask?
Yeah, we spoke a bit about it in the break, but I'd like to let you kind of elaborate on it again, because when you had V-Trigger ready, Angry Bird would just, not only would he bait, he would just allow you to get out for free. And I kind of feel like I would like to hear your perspective. Do you think that is kind of the right call when you play against Ken, when he has V-Trigger and EX bar ready, to just let him get up when he's cornered?
Depends on what kind of a player you are. Like, if you don't want to take the risk, I think it's a good call. If you want to take the risk, you can potentially lose because of it, and you can potentially win as well because of it. So, if you want to eliminate that completely, it's the right thing to do. But if you're feeling like, taking a bit of risk, hopefully for a good payoff, then yeah, I guess. But the thing is, I've been doing with Ken is like people like to delay tech when they expect a DP. When they expect a DP in general, not just with Ken. So I started waking up with delayed crouch media punch to be the delayed tech. That's why Angry Bird was just walking back. He wasn't even attempting to delay tech.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Just to eliminate that.
Sometimes that's all you got to do, because obviously from our end, at least for me anyway, the most recent memory of someone doing that is Gunslinger. Shouts to Gunslinger with Zeku. He wakes up with a standing medium kick on your wake up with old form because he knows people are expecting the DP. And if you delay button, then obviously the priority system will get his medium to connect to the counter hit. And obviously I've seen you do that a couple of times, or Veggey spotted that a couple of times as well. I think it's a pretty useful tool.
There's something else though that I don't know if you guys noticed, but Daigo has been doing that for like ages now, which is wake up immediate throw. Like he doesn't delay tech, he does wake up immediate throw.
Yeah.
Just to beat the delay tech, just to beat the delay
button or whatever.
Like attempting to not the button. Like when people expect the flash kick, they try to delay a button or delay tech, right?
Yeah.
So the Daigo started to wake up immediate tech just to eliminate that, which is kind of smart if you think about it. But yeah, the whole mix-up delay tech, delay punch pressure or not versus Ken is kind of risky.
Yeah,
especially with that much reward he gets.
Yeah, and maybe Seth's health point is not exactly enough to survive.
Exactly, yeah.
See, now that he's mentioned that thing about Daigo, every time I'm gonna watch his replays, I'm probably not gonna not notice that now. It's like, oh, immediate throw. Big Bird told me about that. It's like, okay, it's just these little things. That's how you know both these guys are amazing players and pros. They can tell these subtle things. Like, wait, he's in immediate throw. Why is he in immediate throw? It's like to eliminate any delayed pressure. And if the guy does throw, then he's tech. He's out, right? But
yeah.
And even if he does like a delay shimmy there, he will get
he'd get thrown as well.
Exactly, yeah. He gets thrown.
It has good answers, yeah. They did speak about that on Twitter in the Japanese community a bit, that early techs are like the new late techs. So
listen, we do this all the time. I think Big Bird, you might have mentioned this before. Some pro player did. At the start of a game, you play frame tight. Midway through the game, you delay stuff. Then near the end of the game's lifespan, you go back to playing frame time because everybody just keeps delaying. It's just a cycle that happens. And I guess you're seeing that now with a lot of these options on people's wake up, especially against characters that have those reversals. So I don't blame it. It's just obviously you got to know when and where to use it. So that's
exactly, yeah.
That's pretty interesting. But you know what? I'm going to ask Angry Birds a question here regarding Seth again, because I like to pick this guy's brain about Seth, to be honest with you. I just like But Angry Bird, if you do watch a lot of other Seth players from like top level, mid-level, wherever it is there something or a couple of things that other Seth players are not doing that you feel they should be doing to be more successful? Or is it just like, personal preference with the V-skill and V-triggers, they have their own styles? Like, is there anything you notice that they should be doing?
To be honest, it's just preference, like opinions on V-triggers and V-skills. Like all the other sets, like Xian, Sako, Momochi, all of them are like very good, and we learn from each other.
Yeah.
So I think it's just different opinions on who thinks which V-trigger is good in that matchup, which V-skill is best in that matchup.
Okay.
I guess that shows that both of the V skills and the V triggers are very good. If you can have such a debate about which one is useless,
that's actually true. That's actually true. Yeah.
You're damn right.
So it's a character you can play in different ways, maybe, and that's just good because then you'll have different player bases. But I do want to say, Angry Bird, that you tightened your Seth up a lot, and you had like, even though you got punished a lot, that's more, I think, because of the advantage in the neutral might being Ken favored, at least button wise. But you had really tight and great like presses a lot of the time, but those few whiffs were really big for Ken, and Ken's whip weren't as big for Seth. So could definitely kind of see a difference in reward from playing the neutral.
That's actually true.
Okay, fair.
This matchup, the Ken Seth matchup, is like one of the most fun matches in the game now. Before, like, Seth used to smoke him very bad.
Yes,
because, like,
I remember that.
Yeah, because like he couldn't punish any of the stuff that Seth does. Like, I just spam my stuff, like axe kick, light spin kick, hands. He can't punish any of those. But as soon as they buffed that, like stand like the heavy DB. Like this matchup became a lot way hard. I think it's in Ken's favor. Also, like one factor in this matchup is that I can't anti-air properly. If you guys noticed during the set, he jumped EX-Tatsu. Like I can DB and my DB whiffs, and then also I can lose 30-40% out of this SDB.
Hey,
that's also something like
I was
that's also something very big.
I was mentioning that on commentary to Veggey. I said there's actually a couple of moves in the game where if you try to actually anti-air Ken with a special attack, because they're forward advancing, their forward movements, the Tatsu's just going to completely go behind you. You're going to whiff, and then he's going to get a fat punish off of that, which is actually pretty bad when you look at it from that angle. With I mean,
especially when Seth doesn't have the health to take the damage.
Exactly. That obviously, as Big Bird mentions, I'm probably looking at it from a one-sided perspective, but a lot of this stuff I see Seth doing, I'm like, look, you are treading on thin ice. It's like if you mess that up, that might be it. But again, one thing I love about your gameplay, Angry Bird, is you don't look deterred in any situation. Obviously, that might be a completely different mindset when you're actually playing, but the way you handle certain situations, when I know people would give up or mentally just leave the building, you're still there, put up a fight. Because again, that round where Big Bird whiffed that EXDP, tried to go for the jumping punish and you missed, and you still managed to claw that round back.
I was like, what?
That was too good.
I punished him instead.
Look, that's just crazy stuff, man.
You know, I should have left the stick that time.
Yes.
That's crazy stuff. Right, obviously, there's another question I got to ask the both of you. I'll start with getting an answer from Big Bird first. We spoke a little bit, for those of you who don't know, we spoke a little bit about this before the whole stream started, but I just wanted to ask you two about how do you guys feel about the Middle East or your region specifically getting more opportunities to kind of shine in the Street Fighter scene because of this situation that we're in worldwide? Because, you know, you've had Interworld Opens, you've had a CPT once again, so there's more time, or sorry, there's more opportunities for your community to shine. I wanted to know how the best two players in the region felt about that. Big Bird, let me hear from you first.
Honestly, I feel like it is like opportunities are always good.
Yeah.
But when you don't really present a proper one, it can't be taken advantage of properly. Like, for example, there's a lot of players here in the Middle East that couldn't travel, but you know, they still play online and they want to showcase themselves. But if you pair them with like Turkey or for something, for example, they won't be able to showcase their full, potential. Like we saw, for example, Mature, the Ryu player from Oman, when he played versus Angry Bird, he lost to Angry Bird and immediately went to losers, and he had to fight Volcano Rosso, which is a 1-bar match. And I get his frustration that that's probably his only chance to showcase himself, and he couldn't even do that properly. Like for me and Angry Bird, obviously, it's kind of annoying for us and all that. But I know when offline comes back, I'll still be able to go.
Yeah.
But for these kind of players, they won't be able to go to as many events as us. So they feel kind of limited with all these opportunities that are like half opportunities.
Also,
obviously,
as you can see, Jammerz, a lot of the players who are very, very good in the Middle East don't join the tournament because of this aspect. Like, for example, Aziz, Aziz is one of the very best
How is he, by the way?
Yeah, he's actually fine, and he said he would participate in the tournament if there wasn't any lag and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, Nox, you don't fight Nox in the tournament as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
they don't want to play in these circumstances.
I can definitely understand it. Well, the only way I can ask and hear about this is from you two, because you guys are the role models and you are the best players from those regions. But again, the guys they mentioned, Aziz, Nox, they are exceptionally good players.
Yeah.
And they are, as Big Bird said, they're half-hearted opportunities for these guys, and it's good that these brought these up. But Big Bird, you wanted to add something onto that?
Yeah. So basically, what I wanted to add on is that it doesn't feel like they're getting the most out of the chances. Like, for example, when you look at East Coast or West Coast CPT or even Europe, all of these have separate spots.
Yeah.
And all of these players in there will get to showcase themselves. Okay, they might find 1 or 2 laggy matches.
Yeah.
Which can be surprising, but for us, if we see the Smash GG and we notice that we're playing versus someone from Turkey or something, then we know it's going to be laggy. There's no surprise involved. So that's kind of annoying. even like Russia and Eastern Europe is getting their own CPT now, which is gonna be way better connection-wise. Norway and Nordic region got their own CPT as well.
Yeah.
But the Middle East is kind of, I feel bad for like these players who won't be able to showcase their talents fully because of the connection issues. Even in the Intel, they did well by including Africa and West Asia, but they lumped them together to the point where connection issues will happen. So yeah, it feels like that. I feel bad for these guys. Like if I was in their place and that was my only chance to play, I wouldn't even be able to take advantage of that properly, I would feel bad or like frustrated about it.
That's that's a very good point. Which is I had to ask because it's something that has been on my mind for a little while. I mean, Angry Bird, do you share the same thoughts as Big Bird in that regard?
Yeah, of course, I share the same thoughts. Like we actually think about this a lot.
Okay, no, hey, listen, Veggey, you're laughing, but he might have something different to add on, or he might have a different opinion. But again, these are their peoples; they're from their community, and
definitely,
like Big Bird has said, these guys have been doing this for a couple of years, and they have this opportunity. So it isn't that bad if something doesn't go well, because there's going to be an opportunity for them in the future. If you had that one and only chance, and all your matches in the round one, you happen to win, round two, get knocked into losing your last match, they're all going to be one bar connections. How are you going to feel about that? How are you going to feel? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's rough.
Actually,
absolutely.
To be honest, last year, like in the 2020 CBT, like I won that tournament, right?
Yeah.
But in the first match, like just the first match in the tournament I played, it was one bar. I almost lost to a G. He was up one game and one round.
There you go.
I don't know how I made that comeback. I can't tell you. I adapted to his
I
game
don't
play
think there's anything you need to tell us.
Yeah, because you can't adapt to lag. I just sit there and wish myself a good luck. That's it.
That's all you can do. I think that's all you can do, to be honest with you. But I'm hoping in the future, like you guys get the same amount or more opportunities regarding this stuff, but they kind of divide you even more like they did with us. I don't know how the process goes.
Also, guys, last year, we had two. At least we complained a lot, but we had two qualifiers. It's right that we were paired with Europe, but we had two chances to showcase ourselves. But this year, we still paired with Turkey, which is so laggy, and some other countries that are unplayable, and we got one chance. So, to point it out, last year was way better than this year because we only had one chance. Okay, let's say I qualified. What about the very best amazing players we saw GTR? What about Big Bird? He always qualifies to Capcom Cup. Why is it one spot only for us? That's something I'm always wondering about.
Yeah, I listen. I think we have all the questions, but I can't provide the answers. I don't think Veggey can provide the answers.
I kind of get giving us only one opportunity because a lot of people expect either me or Angry Bird to make it out. So if you give us two, then that means it'll go to both of us. Logically, right?
Yeah.
But the only thing I don't get is they gave us one. That's fine. That's justifiable, I guess. But they included Turkey with us, so it wasn't even a proper one. That's what my frustration comes from.
Yeah.
If that was the case, I'd rather have two, because you could get connection issues, and then basically that's it. Your chance is ruined.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's true. That's actually true.
when they put it in perspective like that, it's kind of crazy. That's what you want to do. I mean, Veggey, go for it.
No, I'm just gonna say, I guess it is what it is. It happened. It's finished.
We have to deal with it.
That can be done.
Yeah,
just have to deal with it.
Veggey, you got any other questions for these guys before I hit them with the big one?
I mean, we're entering hopefully the end of Corona restrictions, if we're lucky. And as you spoke of, you have problems with both getting to qualify, and you have sponsors obligations and things like that. So I would like to kind of especially in the start of Corona, how did that affect you mentally? Were you worried that you might have to lose your job as a player? And how did you and the team kind of make an agreement? If nothing personal, of course, but what did you do to be able to kind of keep your position as a player, even though the kind of whole market fell down for more or less everyone?
I mean, this year, I guess there was one online event, yes, but Nasser still made it out of it. So
Nice.
You can't like as a manager, if you have two players who are both in grand finals, you can't be mad at whoever gets in, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's a very good point.
Yeah, so I guess that's fine, like in that perspective. Plus, last year we had online CPT, and thankfully, like the team understands the connection issues and all that. Plus, we also had Street Fighter League.
Yeah, that's right.
And we managed to qualify to the finals, so that's one good result that we had last year.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot about that. You were definitely in that Street Fighter League, so that puts might make it a bit easier to kind of like
exactly.
around.
Plus,
also,
we know everyone.
Also, Veggey. Oh yeah, continue.
Yeah, but as I was saying, basically everyone knows that the times are hard anyway, so
Yeah.
there's not much we can do.
No.
It's actually like it's for everyone, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really good with the teams then that do keep their players in knowledge that kind of like the situation is unfortunate.
Also, to be honest, it helped me in some way. Like if offline tournaments were there, I think I wouldn't have time to think about Seth. I wasn't thinking about Seth last year.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I was only focusing on Zeko just to practice for tournaments. I didn't have time for a new character. But like since COVID came and like everything shut down, I had like a lot of free time to fully master a new character, which I was doing like on a daily basis. Like that helped me a lot in some way.
Hey, listen, the knowledge does show, and again, hey, listen, sometimes this lockdown period did have its benefits there for the players, picking up new characters, learning some new techniques with their old ones, mastering spacing. It all comes in different ways, shapes, and forms with how people improve. But I got hit the peoples with the big one. I want to start with Angry Bird because I remember we've done this with Big Bird before, but I want to see if his answer has changed. But Angry Bird, I usually ask everyone this question in the closing moments of the show. If there is one thing or multiple things, anything you could change about Street Fighter 5, remove Ed, get rid of Alex, give Seth 1,000 health. If there's anything you can change about Street Fighter 5 currently, what comes to mind for you? Anything?
Oh, buff Seth and nerf Ken.
Bro.
Do you mean across the board? Is there anything specific?
No, to be honest, actually, the game is too good right now. Actually, I like the game. It's too balanced. And I like how the game is like going now. Okay. But one thing I would ask Capcom for is please buff health for Seth and stun, please.
Okay. Like,
I don't wanna die fast. I wanna play the game.
No, I respect that. I mean, hey, listen. I mean, you play quick, so sometimes you can win in the blink of an eye, and you can lose in the blink of an eye. So you definitely are playing with fire when you play this game sometimes. But hey, listen, you know what? I do have to respect that. That's that. Literally, he hasn't asked for much. He said just give us a little bit more vitality. Maybe 950 might be a little bit of stretch. I don't know. He's a powerful character, not as strong as he once was, but I could still be on board with those changes. What about you?
925.
Oh, look, he was 925.
I'm satisfied.
What do you want?
I'm satisfied with that.
You think that's all right, Veggey, or should he have 875 health, 850 stun? I don't know.
I mean, like, you might have a little bit. I mean, stun seems more important than health, to be honest.
Right now, it does.
That's, after that second conversion, it doesn't really matter if you have 400 left or 300 left.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they can buff any of them. I would be satisfied, actually.
I feel like if I could choose between having 1,000 health and 1050 stun, or 1050 health and 1,000 stun, I think I would choose 1,000 health and 1050 stun, because I do think stun value is way more important than life value.
Because you can die from the combo after the stun.
The third sequence will kill you. It doesn't really matter unless you're Abigail, of course. But for anyone else, if you get hit by the third sequence, you are dead. So it doesn't matter if you then 900 or 1,000. But for stray hits, of course, Seth's health is very low for like stray hits and ends that aren't in that sequence area, where it's just like sequence after sequence until you're dead.
Well, I'm trying to think. Was it... No, obviously when they added the additional scaling to throws when they stun you, everyone was like, right, you got to focus on stunning the guy more than actually trying to, like... Obviously you got to win the round anyway, but there was more emphasis on stun, because stun is still incredibly high in the game. So there's been more emphasis on that. I mean, outside of that, I think there's a reasonable changes that Angry Bird's asking for. Big Bird, is there anything that comes to mind for you? If there's anything you can change about the game currently, or are you happy with the game as well, how it is?
I think it's pretty good how it is right now. The only thing about my characters that I would change is Rashid, I don't get why this has to be nerfed every season, but please stop nerfing catch heavy punch because that move stays forever now. If you whiff it, it stays out forever.
That's there for a long time.
I'm having people now just neutral jumping the neutral just randomly to bait out my catch fierce, and they still get to punish it if I whiff it.
That's crazy.
So it's kind of annoying. Like I don't really get that change because it's already bad. It's already easy enough to whiff punish it since season 2. But ever since season 2, it has been getting nerfed and nerfed. The recovery and her bots. It's kind of annoying, to be honest.
How do you feel about, speaking of heavy buttons, how do you feel about his standing hard punch? Because I think that's been shedded more light on ever since like crouching hard punch received its 4,000 nerf.
Yeah, I mean, standing heavy punch right now is a superior button. It has been the best. It has been his best button. And if you notice my matches in season 4, that button like won me a lot of games.
Yeah, I think who brought it up? Was it Gachikun? Someone broke down how many you did in a match or a set. I can't remember who it was.
Both Gachikun and Fudo, they both made because Fudo once made like he was watching it with, well, I forgot the Urian player name, the Shuto,
Shuto,
He was watching my set with Phenom at EGX, and he was talking about the stand heavy punch and how it made him lose versus me at Evo, because I played Fudo, for Evo top 8. So he noticed that stand heavy punch has been annoying. Gachikun also made a video about how I use stand heavy punch differently compared to other Rashids. But I think like everyone right now like got ahead of it and started using it more, especially Gachikun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair play. I mean,
so what if you trade some of the crouch heavy punch nerfs and you just balance it out by giving some of those nerfs to the stand heavy punch, and everyone's happy. We're happy. You're happy.
I'd be okay with that because crouch heavy punch has the longer reach. So I'd be okay with that. Yeah. But right now, stand heavy punch is the better button.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know one thing I get hit by when I do play a couple of Rashids is block crouching hard punch at max distance. You just happen to get hit by stand hard punch immediately afterwards, and you look like an absolute egg. So that's just me.
It crush counters, it's confirmable, it's corner carry, it does everything.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
and there's no extended hitbox.
Yeah, there isn't. I wish there was one. Make my life easier. In a matchup us people in Europe rarely play, I wish there was one.
Yeah.
But I mean, you should have wished Rashid is busted, man. You should have wished
Angry Bird, we can talk about this character all day and no one talks about him enough. I always think, see, this is where Big Bird's smart. Big Bird is showing you all Ken's actually pretty good, but the moment something hits his big back Rashid, everybody's going to go, Rashid was always busted, man. It's like, shut up. You weren't talking about him, but you didn't see him. I know what you Rashid players like. No one picks him during off season, and then the moment big things come, you lot are like blanket players. You're shot when the money shows up. I know what you guys are like.
That's the thing, like off season or like a lot of, like even like in Japan, people still enter tournaments. Like Gachik and all these guys still enter tournaments, but for some reason they don't do that well.
I think
as soon as offline comes back,
as soon as it comes back, I'm just like, I think
every Rashid player starts doing good for some reason.
Absolutely crazy. So look, I like the way Angry Bird put it. Rashid is busted. You didn't hear it from me, you heard it from him. That's just how it goes. But Brian,
Ken is busted as well. Nerf both.
Oh man, I love these two. Becky, you got any remaining questions you want to ask these two before we let them go?
The thing is, you can't nerf this Big Bird stupid guy. He will pick up some G or any other character and destroy me. Like this guy, oh my! Like every time he picks a character, I say, why this guy play the game? Just let me play.
I picked up Birdie and G just for him.
Oh, this is brilliant. See, this is the talk you don't hear these two have on a daily basis. And we only have to hear this once every blue moon. I love these two.
Where is the Birdie, Big Bird? Big Birdie.
He's trash now, so I don't play him.
Big Bird.
Did you hear that, everybody?
Wait. Did you say
he's done smoking me with Birdie, so he doesn't play him anymore?
Wait, did you say Birdie was back?
I think I don't see any reason to play Birdie right now, to be honest.
Okay.
Buff Birdie.
Shut up.
That was five times. Five times. 5 buffs.
You ain't getting what you want.
Even G, I don't see any reason to play G right now for me.
Unless you're a specialist, I don't see any reason.
Yeah, like
unless you're a specialist.
Yeah, no.
I don't think there will be any.
Oh, go for it. Sorry.
Continue. Yeah, I don't think there'll be any G players left anyway, except the actual names like Smog and Strider. That's it.
But that's how it should be.
Yeah, I mean, back then there was a lot of G pockets. I was playing G as a pocket.
Well, look,
was playing G as a
it was highly recommended. Just like when Seth came out, it's like, look, if you ain't playing these characters, just pick them up. You don't even have to be good. Like, just pick them up. The game's gonna play. The game's gonna play itself. Listen, at one point in season 2, you remember when Ibuki was doing a couple of things? I was like, yeah, you know what? I have a little bit of an Ibuki. I didn't. I just knew EX Kunai, the air reset worked. Yeah, right? I didn't have a Seth. I could hold up and do axe kick 3 times and jump over your head and cross up. I don't have a Seth. I'm just saying.
He's the speaker of truth.
That's the thing about G.
of truth.
That's the thing about G. If you play G and you know how to command throw, you're instantly a threat.
You're the best. You're the best guy in the game.
Yeah, and maybe a jab buffer too. Jab buffer and a command throw, and you
jab buffer and command throw. You'll have everything sweating easily.
That's why I didn't want to pick up G. Sorry, because I didn't want to I wanted to learn something new, and I knew G would get nerfed. So I picked up Colin instead to learn like a different style. Because people said, pick up G. I'm like, it's gonna get nerfed. I'm gonna learn anything. Yeah,
you picked up a character that needs to have a 4-bar.
But to be honest, I still think he's good. I still think G is good.
He is.
Oh yeah, he's good.
He can still like make you guess for your life. As long as he can do that, you can't say this character is not good.
Yeah, but it has to make you guess more now.
Yeah,
it's
just not as easy.
Make you guess more now.
You can play the game.
The same goes for Mika. You have V-shift and everything, but she gets the right.
Don't
like,
say that
the
in
right
front of Luffy.
on you.
Don't say that. Luffy might be watching. Don't say that in front of Luffy. I know Big Bird and Luffy go back and forth. Don't let him hear this conversation.
Don't let him post that picture on Twitter now. Don't let him put that on Twitter now. No, don't do it.
Hey, listen, he rinses that picture like his life depends on it. Right, listen, we can talk about this all day, but we actually have to wrap it up now. But gentlemen, thanks again, Big Bird, Angry Bird, for participating.
Thank you guys for having us.
Shukran, Habibis.
Thank you for having us.
Obviously,
next time I'm gonna smoke him bad. I'm gonna have.
I'm gonna hold you to that. Because right now you are half his power level at 10-5 with Big Bird being the victor. Richard, can we roll the graphic for these guys one more time so they can see where people to follow these guys on their Twitter accounts? If you're gonna follow Angry Bird, make sure you say Buff Seth. And if you're going to follow Big Bird on Twitter when you haven't already, just send him the picture of Mika grabbing him out of the corner.
Bro, no, don't advertise that.
Just send him that picture, and I'm sure he would love to have a conversation with you about Street Fighter. So I had to bring that out there once. But
that was an amazing conversation, actually, to be honest.
Listen, we can do this all the time, but hopefully in the future we can bring you guys back on for another run back, because I don't get tired of talking to you guys or watching you. But we do have to close out this show now. So gentlemen, when you leave the Zoom call when you're ready, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.
All right.
So make sure you guys take care.
See you, Veggey.
Take care, guys. Bros. See you, ahoys.
Oh man,
see you.
Those two never stop being entertaining. It was an extended talk, much longer than usual, but again, we don't speak to these guys often.
Yes,
the talks that those two have amongst themselves as well as with us, it's always amazing, and this is what it's all about. After hours conversations about characters being unfair or being super powerful. But in the end, some people have been asking. Big Bird did win the set. The score was in the middle of the 4-way chat. He did win 10-5 there. But you can catch the archives on YouTube once we have stopped streaming. But do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be next week's fight card, which is going to be Mature, one of the players that Big Bird did mention, going up against Carbon. I am unfamiliar with this guy, so hopefully we can have a nice in-depth chat with this guy. He can talk a little bit more about himself and how he feels about the game, as well as Bison there. Mature, he's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes for Street Fighter. I don't think he gets enough praise for what he does, and he does use Ryu, so it'll be great to hear his opinions as well there. This will be happening. Do not forget, this week is Intel World Open closed qualifying stages. Myself, Veggey, a lot of other guys will be on the commentary as well. There it is. This is an old graphic. We can still use it anyway. If you want to find out which qualifier is going to be happening when, on what day, of what hour, go and visit the website to make sure you get all the correct information and tune in when you can. There's going to be Street Fighter happening around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I literally mean that this week anyway. And of course, we've got Salt Mine League happening. They didn't do their Monday sets this week as usual, or what they do usually on Mondays, but they will be back with us probably on Friday with the King of the Salt Mine, and they should be back with us on Sunday with the EU Open Bracket League as well. If it doesn't clash with any of the respective countries in Europe, they should be doing the Friday and Sunday events as well, because this is a big week for Street Fighter as a whole. So if your weekly events are not on, it's probably because the players and a lot of staff are prioritizing Intel World Open stuff, depending on where you are. But other than that, this is what normally happens. Make sure you follow Saltmine on their following social media outlets. In the bottom right side, you'll screen their YouTube, Twitch, and the Twitter there. And yeah, I think, because obviously there wasn't much to talk about because there's been no CPT, but we had an extensive talk with the guys. Once again, shout outs for them for joining us and participating. Veggey, as always, shout outs to you for holding it down on the commentary as well. He's got a big job up ahead of him this week, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be passing it with flying colours there. And any last words before we
thank you.
leave you? I'm going to give it to you.
I was worried. Because you remember that time I had to scream it out the top of my lungs just in time.
Oh, you can do it
I can't
now.
break the streak. Yeah, I can't break the streak. Yeah. I am your favorite Brit, Vegard.
Okay.
And
did you say Vega?
Is Vegard.
Oh,
That's
I thought you said Vega.
Vegard, yeah. Your favorite Brit, Veggie. And Dalsim is extremely busted.
Okay. That's what he's going to leave you with. And on that note, he might say the same thing in the Intel World Open. Guys, these guys are playing in the second stage of the Intel World Open, and they're going to be playing for what we call the big bucks, the big Ps. Let's see who qualifies out of their respective region to head over to the regional finals later on in July. But until then, we've got to love you and leave you. Stay safe. Keep practicing Street Fighter. We'll see you at the Intel World Open. Take care.
Hadouken!